Hey, how are you guys doing? Fantastic weekend of football, or rather, fantastic week of football. England put six past Iceland. Scotland failed to go through, and we've had some very interesting results. Germany losing by a big margin to Spain, which took me, which really, I mean, one could argue that Germany was giving their players a lot of time to get accustomed to, you know, yeah, bringing youth players in, bleeding them. Hey, Heito Anios, how are you doing, man? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's one of those interesting things that we see in football nowadays. Very, very interesting. Well, today, guys, we're gonna do something different, right? Okay. So on today's stream, my plan is very simple. Muli, you're early. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I'm just gonna wait for people to come in, but the plan for today is I'm gonna take. I don't know if you guys remember Danilo Cataldi from my saves last season. Right, Ben, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Danilo Cataldi was one of my favorite utility players. I got him for like really cheap in the game, like 4 or 5 million, right? And I used him at a lot of sides. Every time I needed a defensive midfielder who I could rely on, I turned to him. So, and he was cheap. And there's something to be said about current ability and potential ability and scouting recommendations in the game that sometimes I think people are too serious about it sometimes, right? So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. You're happy Spanish revenge? I mean, okay, let's consider the two teams, right? Okay, Spain. Sergio Ramos is in the side, some very senior players in the side. Of course, they've got Ferran Torres up front, who was having a really good game. Some young, talented players in the Spanish team too. Alvaro Morata, we shouldn't consider him young anymore. But look at the German team. The German team average age, I think, was a 24. So I'm trying to understand why Germany is still managed by Joachim Low. I'm not sure. Maybe it's this. It's a German national plan, right? Because for the football association, so that they have this blueprint that they want to follow, and the blueprint centers around a style of football that they want to play in the hands of a manager that they trust will get this done. Yeah, but 6-0 still is a big scoreline. Yeah, I know, Muli. I sometimes I think that they need. There are other German managers out there, right? But I'm kind of glad they say Joachim Low because I'm thinking they might try and tap Jurgen Klopp. And look at Mr. Pep Guardiola. He's got a 2-year extension to his stay in City. My word. I mean, this is the longest he's been at the club. This will make it 7 years. It's the longest stretch by Pep Guardiola at any one club. Oh my goodness, this is huge. I mean, I'm like thinking to myself, okay, fine. It's great to see. I'm a big fan of the English Premier League, right? So to have managers like Bielsa, Klopp, the Southampton manager, I can't even pronounce his name right now. Then we've got all these managers in the league, right? Guardiola, Klopp, Bielsa, and a whole host of other managers that just bring so much variety to the game in terms of tactics. And Chris Wilder, of course, but looking at Sheffield United this season, they're playing slightly differently. I mean, look at Leeds, right? Their goal difference is like 3 at the moment, right? But they play very attacking. They go in and they play a very attacking brand of football. They play with a high press. And then Sheffield United, this season, for some reason or other, they've gone with a low block. And with that, they're at the bottom of the table. I hope Sheffield United's fortunes change and they become a bit more ambitious, because I'm a bit worried right now for Sheffield United. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, Hato. I am doing quite well, thanks. Very long day. I would appreciate if you continue the Dundee United set when the full game comes out. I won't continue. None of my CAs are going to be continued when the patch comes out. I'll be very frank with you guys, because there's a reason behind it. It's because data can get changed and certain competition rules might change as well. So I'm not the sort that starts on beta and continues, unless of course it's tactical related, then I'm fine, right? But like my own personal long-term saves, I made a mistake last year of doing that with AC Milan. I don't want to repeat it again because yeah, we'll see. I might continue with Dundee. I don't know. Yeah, but I want to do a Scottish club, definitely. Klopp will probably leave Liverpool after his scoring. Yeah, I have a feeling he might. Because he's got a championship trophy on the cabinet. He's got the Bundesliga trophy on the cabinet, and he's got the Premiership trophy on the cabinet, right? So I don't think he has got this desire to be like the world's greatest manager. He has never struck me as that kind of a person, right? Pep does, but not Klopp. So I have a feeling he's going to leave as well. Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to leave. When his contract ends, he's gone. And he would have left the legacy behind, which is going to be tough to replace and tough to replicate for any other manager that comes through. So that's going to be a huge thing for us. You have a nightmare today that Leeds beat Manchester United 5-0. I don't think that's a nightmare for everybody who lives at Ellen Road. And every other Liverpool fan out there. They would like to see Liverpool, they would like to see Leeds losing to United. I mean, Leeds beating United. I lost to Leeds, man. I still remember. I last season, right? I still remember this, man. I came into the game against Leeds thinking I was gonna win, and I was stunned by Leeds in the game in the first 10 minutes. And I'm telling you something, right? This is FM21. FM21 has got a new matchday experience. If I were to do the same thing, I'd probably be 3 goals behind. I wouldn't have figured it out until the halftime, and I've gone, oh no, what have I done? You think it's possible for Bielsa to manage United? No, Bielsa is not the high-profile club manager. He will not. He will never go to United. Yeah, he goes to all the clubs that are not high. I have not seen him at a high-profile club. He's got taken high-profile appointments in terms of national appointments, but not. I don't think he'll ever go to United. And United is probably. They'll probably try and get Bielsa, but I doubt if he's going to make it there. Yeah, I don't think he's going to go. Oren Bachelor, how are you doing, man? You don't think it's possible to play close Gegenpressing at international level? Probably you might have a point there, Moody, because to do Gegenpressing really well, you have to be playing the game. You have to be doing it for a consistently long period of time. So I think he can do it with. I think Jurgen Klopp can do it at Germany. I believe he can. Yeah, because they have these national policies in place for him to help him. Your videos teach me most when you're managing mid-table teams like Gandhi. See, the thing is this, right? When you manage clubs, this is the reason why I always recommend people start with a mid-table side, not with a lower league side. You won't learn too much from watching a guy taking Kingstonian and or any club, and winning the title with them. Dundee maybe not too bad, but you want to take a club that is a Chelsea, an Arsenal, right? Clubs like this. Why? Because these teams have an outside chance of winning the title, and they are favorites to beat most of the other clubs below them. That's a very good club to start with, because when you start with those clubs, you don't get fired after maybe 3 defeats, right? You won't get fired. But if you start with like Liverpool, you might get fired. And it also depends on reputation. And you get this chance to play against top sides, which is kind of easy. It's not that difficult. And you get a chance to fine-tune your tactics when you're playing against weaker sides, because against weaker sides, you gotta learn how to be patient. You gotta learn how to open sides up, or you gotta learn how to brute force them. So you get a chance to learn different things. Yeah. And if you are beginning the game for the first time, especially if you're an older player and you're coming into the game for the first time, there's something to be said about delegation. You can delegate so much in the game and it does not hurt your match play. You can delegate team talks, trust me, you won't miss it. You can delegate media interactions, trust me, you won't miss this either. You can delegate tactical briefings, trust me, you won't miss it, except for maybe 1 or 2 things in tactical briefings that might give you a bonus leading up to the next game. Then, when it comes to training, all you got to do is add match preparation activities before the big game, and then you can delegate that as well. Individual trading. You can delegate that too. If you can delegate contracts, you can delegate staff signings, you can delegate a lot of things in this game so that you can concentrate on just trying tactics out. And you know what's the best preset to start with in the game? And I'll tell you this hands down. Okay, the best preset in the game to start with is actually vertical tiki-taka, because it works with most teams. It's not too aggressive and it's not too defensive. It's just right in the middle. And it's got and you see, the thing about starting the game, when you go to the tactics page for the first time, your assistant manager is going to recommend a formation to you. It's got a thumbs up on it, right? Generally, it's not a bad move as well to start with a formation that the assistant manager recommends. So you kind of get into that flow where the game gets you make it easy for yourself. Things like fog of war, remove it if you haven't been playing the game for a long time. Just don't play with the fog of war. When you become good and then you want to raise the bar, put in the fog of war. When you want to raise the bar for yourself, you try a bit more on tactics. Then you make your own tactic, right? But there's nothing wrong with the presets, man. I mean, like, they were made in tandem with some of the best players in the world. It's not like SI decided, are we going to make these presets? We're not going to test them. We're going to throw it to the world and let them figure it out for themselves. No, they didn't. They actually tested it out with some of the good players in the world. And they tried it out and they made recommendations back to SI as well. So it's not like I didn't have a hand with the presets. I did. So a lot of people did. So yeah. And if you have a great preset of your own and if you think this is a fantastic preset and you think you don't see it in the game, recommend it to SI. SI might even include it and give it the name that you chose for it. Yeah, we can't give it our own names, so I tried that as well. Didn't work. What formation would you use to get the best out of the all attacking players in Barcelona? A 4-3-3, 4-2-4. I would use those kind of formations. Like I would with Barcelona, I'd always use a system which gives me the chance to use 3 strikers, and utilize Ansu Fati more than. Yeah, I will definitely want to use that kit in the team. What do you think of people complaining that the beta is too easy? Do you think, yeah, definitely will change? Because, okay, there's so many things in the beta that are making the game easy right now. One, right? The AI does not, this are huge because you get bonuses going into all these games, right? You do right now. Let me give you a very simple example, right? You know that there is a short-term bonus when you go into a game, and that comes from training. And all the match preparation activities, the AI doesn't do enough for itself. I mean, have you seen how the AI does your own matches? Sometimes you don't have match preparation activities, right? And then you go out there and you give yourself, like how I do it, I give myself I take all of them. You can't stack them, of course. I take all of them and I get myself a bonus going into the match. 2, tactical briefing sometimes can give you a bonus. I mean, they give you a legs up sometimes because they give you information that you can use, right? So you can go in there. Of course, there are certain things you might want to be a bit careful with. Like, I'm not a big fan of show onto foot. I've never been a big fan of that because show onto foot can backfire. But things like hard tackling a player that is dangerous or tight marking somebody, now that I will consider very, very carefully. So you have these other things in there that will help you out. So of course, the human manager gets so much help. You've got a huge leg up. And let's not forget the other thing. And this is very important. Some people who play this game don't simulate all the leagues, right? They're all not playable. You need to simulate all the leagues in full to get a more realistic match engine experience, right? When you play with one league and you view only the rest of the leagues, your match engine is not realistic. Your results are not going to be realistic. In fact, some of the time it could be easier. But your league in full will be fine, right? But all the other leagues out there, they're not going to be the same. So sometimes you go in there and go like, why is that? Because it uses, I think it uses the team's reputation and the average current ability. I can't remember, but they use a very they actually have a simpler match engine just for that, right? Which is one of the reasons why it processes the game so fast. Yeah. Why does he play 4-2-4 on FM21? Made it easy for me to beat him. I never lost to Bielsa. Yeah, I know. But he started with a 4-2-4. That took me by surprise, and I conceded 2 goals because I wasn't expecting it. But if you know that Bielsa starts with a 4-2-4, your entire game changes, right? So then you can beat him because the 4-2-4 is actually quite kind of easy to counter in the game right now. And low block tactics actually work in FM21. So you can actually set up a low block system. Okay, this is another thing. A lot of people are going out there and they're coming up with this, which drives me nuts, right? Okay, they create low block systems and they say it don't work. They don't work. And then when I look at their low block systems, all they have is a super low line of engagement and a super low defensive line. And I'm going, this in low block. This is, I'm lying down in front of my goal and I'm choosing to die. That's what it is. When you set a super low line of engagement and you set a super low defensive line and you don't do anything else, right? You're basically telling your backline, hey, when we get the ball, forget about attacking. You're telling your front group, when we don't have the ball, let them come all the way in front of a penalty area, then we try and tackle them. Dude, by the time they get there, they'll have long shots galore, there'll be free kicks galore, there'll be corners galore. There ain't no low block. That's suicidal football. Get with the plan, man. A low block is different. A low block is when you when you want to play low block. Let's also look at all the other clubs that play low block in the league, right? You have to look at PPDA and ODC, right? Okay, these are two metrics that people use to assess how teams are really playing in the league at the moment. Like, where do they do their press? How do they defend? Teams like Leeds, right? They play they play like crazy block. They do a high press. Like Crystal Palace as well. They don't play a low block. They play right further up the pitch than most people claim, right? So when you have a low block, you're looking at a region at around the 25-yard line, and that puts your line of engagement where? Low line of engagement, not much lower. Much lower is, hey, penalty area, come and say hello to my friends. Low line of engagement. Then what else do? You look at your defensive line. If your defensive line is super low, your fullbacks are not going to help the midfield when you win the second ball. Because when the second ball comes out, there'll be a gap between your defensive line and your midfield. How do you get the ball up? Then you got to think about how you're going to recycle the ball. That's the other thing, right? When you win the block, what do you do with the ball? Right? Do you have a target man in front? Makes it easier. Do you have a ball playing defender? Makes it easier. Do you have a deep line playmaker? Makes it easier. Do you have a sweeper keeper? It makes it easier. Simple things, right? Those are the simple things. Then what about how do you win the block? What about tackling? I play hard tackling when I play a low block because I'm damn well better make sure that I win the ball. 2, pressing. Yes, I press as well. I don't just stand there. Sometimes I will tell players to aggressively press. Things like I will use tight marking. I'll use OIs a lot, right? So I'm a huge fan of the OIs because they are zonal by nature, right? So when the player comes into your block, you're gonna have so many players in close proximity. You can do a lot of 2-on-1s, right? And then when you win the ball, you have to release the ball and do something with it. So there are two kinds of low block. The one is I defend and I hope I die. And the one we defend and do something with the ball. Which one do you want to be? I'm doing well, man, Renato. Hey, Mr. K, how are you doing from London? How do you rate Tottenham's squad this season? We thought Spurs are a good team, right? I mean, Son Heung-min, Harry Kane. They need another striker. I've always said that about Spurs. Spurs should have signed Troy Deeney. Really, they should have let Troy. I mean, maybe Troy Deeney didn't want to be a football player anymore. From what I've heard, he's gone into a different line of work altogether, right? But they should have gone out and gotten themselves another striker because you can't really depend on Harry Kane. I mean, Son Heung-min is doing a fantastic job, but when he gets injured for quite a while. So yeah. And when Harry Kane gets injured, he gets injured for quite a while as well. And this is the season of many injuries. Okay. Liverpool United are racking up the injury count for this season. They're setting all kinds of new benchmarks for starting matches with, hey, guess what? Do we have a player in the reserves? No. Okay. Let's look at the under-90s. Do you have a player in the under-90s? Yeah, we have one. His name is Reese. We have never tried Nathaniel before. Nat Phillips has been playing on loan. Let's give him a shot. Okay, bring them on. Nat Phillips, Reese Williams, you're the starting defenders for the next match. Huh? And now I think United and Liverpool are both in the race to sign Deo Upamecano, man. What formation we use at Arsenal and FM21? Will Liquid FM21 be better than 4-4-2 storming? I would prefer something more akin to Molten's last year, where I have a few attacks because Liquid has got too many support duties for Arsenal. right? Arsenal, they need something that is more because you got this explosive midfielder in Thomas Partey, right? So you want to use him. So that means that I will probably be using a 4-4-3-3, but I won't play liquid. I'll play something with a complete forward. I'll play something with an inside forward. I'll try and use the focus play. Focus play maybe the left flank, right? Put a playmaker there. Put an inverted winger there. That'll be enough for me to create overloads using roles, right? Have a wingback overlapping. That gives me my third option, right? So my wingback goes overlap. So I got two support duties. Maybe AP can be on attack duty as well. Inverted winger can be on support. The wingback goes on the overlap. So we've got this really strong overload, right? From roles and duties load. Press the overload button, give the focus play. Now I got focus play there. What I will do then is I'll give the playmaker, please have switch ball to other flank kind of thing, right? And give him direct passes. Now what will happen on the other flank is we have an inside forward or a round outer, and up top we'll have a pressing forward or a complete forward attack. Now the complete forward, I prefer that. I like that role because it roams, right? Inside forward or round outer is going to explode into the space created by the focus play on the left flank. That's how I set up Arsenal right now. Hey, Prince Asamoah, you're from USA. Welcome, man. What do you mean by in terms of switching tactics? How do you... Oh, in terms of switching tactics, Spurs in real life? Because, I mean, like, in terms of swapping tactics around Spurs, there's not a lot of flexibility with Spurs. Yeah. You can't play two strikers because you don't have a second striker to talk off in Spurs. So Spurs are stuck with one system, in my honest opinion, yeah. Oh, starting a save with a mid-table team. No, I'm going to be starting a save probably with a championship team or a team in the second tier. Get them promoted, then rebuild into the next season. Instead of doing like Kingstonian save, which is like from the very bottom, which I'll save. I'll still do something like that, a super lower league save, but it'll be streamed for the guys on Discord, where they can follow my Kingstonian diaries. Because they seem to love my Kingstonian. They seem to love this really deep challenges that I give myself, so I might do that exclusively as a stream for them. Yeah. Can I get analyst reports from leagues that are on view only? You can get analyst reports from, but you see the thing is, I'm not sure. I really am not sure about the answer. I don't think so. I'm not too sure, but that is one question I don't have an answer to. Scout reports, definitely you can. Yeah. If you can get scout reports, you should be able to get analyst reports. But if you're playing in a league, this is my recommendation. If you are playing in England, load most of the leagues there. You want to load there. If you are forced to play view only for the other leagues, you are still gonna get the players. My recommendation has always been this, right? If you are forced into a situation where your machine can't handle a lot of leagues, then what you do is you load your league in full, then go and custom database, add international players from all the other leagues, so that whenever those teams have international players, your scouts can go and scout them, right? So you actually get players coming through and they make it to the international team. So at least you get something there. Instead of floating all the leagues. There's a trade about differences between, yeah, I know, between full detail and quick match sim. I don't like quick match sim, but you want to do full detail. But on stream, sometimes, I'm trying to, move the saves quickly. So that depends on what I want to do. But for my own personal saves, it's quick match. It's full detail. They should make the ball playing defender support so you can overlap. But the band, that's going to happen only for FM22, man. I've been waiting, or FM22. We've been waiting for that, man. But it's not going to happen now. I know that Miles wants to see the ball playing defender on the overlap, but it's going to happen much later. How would you set Chelsea up? Struggling to find an effective setup against the most of James and Pulisic. Chelsea is another 4-3-3 basic team, yeah. So it's the same thing. A lot of these teams now can play. They'll be playing a 4-3-3 and one from another. You can also play a 4-2-3-1 at Chelsea. Actually, you can put Pulisic in the middle. Yeah, Darren. You can. You can definitely play a 4-2-3-1 because there was such a array of attacking options right now. You should be playing a 4-2-3-1 with Chelsea. That's my formation I would start with because they will really look good in a 4-2-3-1. Hey, tactics. Yeah, man, seriously, you should play a 4-2-3-1 Chelsea. That is the best formation for them, in my honest opinion. Right? Yeah, it'll be fun to play them in a 4-2-3-1. They'll be really rocking the league, man, because 4-2-3-1 is also quite strong in FM21. One. I don't know where you got that, Casper, that a PFA acts like an AF in possession. Yeah. They're all, every single role has got something specific to them, right? They have their every single role, okay, there are differences with every single role, right? And contrary to some opinions out there, okay, because they have slight differences in like mentality, creative freedom, that is information you don't have access to. So when as I tell you that each role, I'll just switch over to the game right now. And we'll start the show. Haha. Yeah, we should start the show. Man, I haven't rolled the intro yet, man. I haven't even rolled the intro yet. My name is Daljit. Welcome to the show. Okay, so here we go. All right. Yeah. First up, right? I have to load another tactic here. Okay, let's just find something simple, which has got 2 strikers in top. All right. Okay, let's quick pick. Okay, first up in the game, right? This is something. Why? Okay, if every single role was the same, if every single role and duty was the same in the game, there wouldn't be an offset. You see the PF and the TMA, they're offset. There's a reason why. It's something that's not revealed to you. Okay, let's quick pick. Okay, wait, hold on. I have to continue. I don't believe there's some bugs with the UI right now, right? Okay, all right. Okay, look at this, right? So you got this instructions to get further forward, move to the chest, close down, more tackle. What do you not see? Every single role has got because people who have never played the game in 0304 or have never played the first few versions of the game, they don't know that there are other stuff inside it. Because I know it because I can see. I've had access before to the sheet, right, which is the values for each of these players, right? So they all have certain things inside there that we don't know about, right? Okay, for example, you come in here, okay, right? He has got, this is hard coded, right? So he's gonna perform this. This, we know that it tells you on the tin he's tackling harder. But what you don't know is that this guy is on a different mentality to this guy. Yeah, people will say no, it's not. It's all the same mentality, very attacking, but mentality ranges from a value of 1 to 20. Plus, they also have creative freedom. Plus, they also got other stuff inside there. But the pressing forward and advanced forward has got different set. The easiest way for most people to understand this is to look first up at the initial positioning, right? All right, so it affects their position on the pitch. Okay, the second thing you want to see is the PIs. This is the easiest way, right? Get further forward, move into channels. Then the pressing forward is get further forward, move into channels, goes down more and tackle harder. So these are the two. A lot of people say, yeah, the only difference between these two roles, okay, they're both the same, except this guy closes down more and tackle harder. But there's more to it than just that. It's the behavior of the role as well. The closing down, where he stands. That's why when I don't like to play AFs unless I pair them up with somebody, or if I feel like I'm gonna have space for this AF to explode into. Yeah. What is the role? The pressing forward is becoming more and more important. His main duty is put pressure on opposition with their possession. Yeah, and prevent opposition with the yeah. Do you think they put everything inside here? Like every single information about the pressing forward? This is a general description of each role. Then we look at the advanced forward. Okay. He's just gonna bomb forward. He's just gonna be the main focal point for every attack, right? Now he's not gonna go around pressing everybody like crazy. Can we achieve total football on FM21? Everyone defends? Yeah. Then you have to play on one mentality. Everybody, it's got to be like a very fluid system. You see this team fluidity? It'll have to be very fluid. Meaning, in the game, everybody will be close to having the same mentality. Then they all act as one and they come down. They defend as one and they attack as one. Yeah, it's called the... Yeah, that was the way... that is the way you create total football tactics on Football Manager. Let's see now. Okay, let's see. I think we create a new tactic and we look for vertical tiki-taka, right? And confirm, right? There we go. Vertical tiki-taka, right, is very fluid. So this means that most of your duties are on support duties, right? So there's going to be a lot of fluidity in your tactic. Most of these players are on the same mentality. Really liking the Enganche. The Enganche is a fun role. Okay, the trick to playing with the Enganche is this, right? Okay, this is the funny thing about the Enganche. Okay, the Enganche is a hook, right? He's a stationary playmaker. In order for the Enganche to work well, okay, unless you have a really good team, you can play narrow with the Enganche. You can pull it off, right? Everybody's running off him. The Enganche is holding the ball in a tight confine, in really tight spaces, and he's playing this brilliant football. I love that. It's so difficult to pull off, but it's very nice when it comes together. But in most cases, when you play with an Enganche, you want to be a bit wider because it's easier that way. So then the Enganche is a hook that everybody's running off him. The Enganche he's like a stationary playmaker. He sees one guy running maybe 15 yards ahead of him. He just plays the pass to him, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's easy to get the Enganche to work in that kind of a system. It's much, much more challenging to do it in a narrow system. Nah, it's not. There's much more. No. Okay, I'll tell you something, okay? Okay. If the only difference between them, seriously, okay, if the only difference was PIs, right? Man, seriously, you just have to play the game and look at the game, man. Trequartista, okay, really. Okay, the only difference between a Trequartista, oh man, I hate this game because you have to keep going by one day. Okay, let's put this. Let's go to this tactic again, right? Oh, seriously, the only difference is that. No, man, that's. Yeah, yeah. Serious. Okay. It helps that I was helping to make the tactical creator at one point, right? So it does help me because I actually know what's happening under the hood. Okay, so this is a Trequartista. Let's put the end ones forward, right? Okay, now we gotta bloody hell. I gotta go one more day again. There's something wrong with this UI, right? I keep having to do this. I gotta keep explaining it. Okay, get further forward, move into channels. This guy has got, what does he have? Right, he's got roll from position, ease off tackles. Okay, this one is enough. Well, let's go and find somebody who's got let's see. Okay. He moves into channels. I know. Okay, F9. Okay, the only one is F9. But F9 has got the same. He's got F9 drops. Okay. Okay, now we use DLF on support. Okay. Dribble more, take more risk. Why does the F9 drop into the midfield? Why? Why does he go all the way to midfield? Why doesn't he behave like a DLFS then? Okay. Right. He already has goal up ball, right? But the thing is, every single role has got there's hard coding going on. Okay, let me give you another role, right? Inverted wingback. My favorite role in the whole damn game. Okay. Not again. Please don't do this to me. Okay, quick pick. Okay, there we go. Inverted wingback. Okay. Inverted wingbacks, right? Inverted wingback. All he's got is cross less often, sit narrow, roam from position, cuts inside the ball, cross less often. Why is it that the inverted wingback doesn't overlap occasionally? Why does he go here? Why does he go here? Why can't you get the same? Why? And this is the best part, right? Okay. Does it say anywhere in the game that inverted wingback is gonna behave like a wingback when there's no no winger here? Or an inverted wingback won't work if you have two DMs. Does it say anywhere? Does it say in the description? That's my point. You see, everything about the role is not on the description or in the PIs. Where does it say here that the wingback is gonna go down? Is gonna behave like a wingback? The inverted wingback is gonna behave like a wingback. Does it say it here? Where does it say? Look to support attacks. The inverted will also support as a more traditional man than there is. It will look to. Okay, he does. Now this year they have added this. If there's no teammate ahead of him on the side of the pitch, they actually added this year. Yeah, last year they didn't have this. Okay, all right. So basically, if there's last year they didn't have this instruction. Now they've added it to clarify with people. But the inverted wingback, you can't use him. They've added this as well. When they actually added all this stuff last year, we didn't have it. So they actually enhanced their descriptions this year, which is good finally. Because last year you couldn't play an inverted wingback, okay, if there was no winger. You couldn't have, but it's not in the whatchamacallit, in the play instructions. So if you were to take these player instructions, then the complete wingback and the inverted wingback should perform the same if you give him a sit narrow. Right, so yeah, there's more to this stuff that, every single role also has creative freedom. Like the advanced forward's creative freedom is different than the F9's under the hood. Do you know the value? Right? They all have different levels of creative freedom. Right? And right here, how much more risk are they going to take? Do you know? We don't know, right? Okay. There are a lot of things that are not revealed to us. So we have to go and watch the games and try and understand how the game plays. So yeah. I know there are people. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it's not like I don't have access to a few people as I do, right? So yeah. Play with Wigan having Jack Wilshere in the AG role and it works. Oh yeah, you can use Jack Wilshere. You can also use Grealish as a Enganche. Kind of fun. Been playing the 4-3-3 DM, but have you noticed a weird thing where if a goalkeeper distributes a DLP at DM, the two central mids will be at the half? Wait. Been playing the 4-3-3, have you noticed a weird thing where if the goalkeeper gives the ball to the playmaker at DM, the two central mids will be at the halfway line instead of giving support? Are you playing play out defense? If you're not playing out of defense, that could be the reason why they didn't drop back. But there were some complaints that sometimes when they play our defense, right? I don't know, it might have changed in FM21, but I haven't been paying very close attention to how far back they drop, right? Because it didn't make sense if an attack duty also dropped back during when the keeper plays the ball out from defense, right? So you have to look at that because do you have play out of defense? If you have, then that could explain it. I'm trying having very fluid, but the attack is stale. I know, it will be. Why does AI use AF? Because it's a gutsy move by the AI to use AF. Sometimes the AI will use presets. Let's look at some of the tactics. Let's try and understand some of the presets, right? Okay. Why here? Why in this tactic does the AI use a DLFS? Because the DLF is a drop deep. This is creative tiki-taka. It's all about keeping possession, right? So they need a support duty. All right. So now let's look at control possession. Right, okay, 4-2-3-1 wide. Why does he use a DLF on attack? Holds up the ball, allows some movement from the other roles around it, right? Okay, let's look at Gegenpress is going to be straightforward. PF on attack. Again, another tactic that doesn't use because it's going to be camping against very defensive teams. All right, let's look at wing play. Wing play will be different. Okay, wing play is different, right? Because why? You're using the flanks. You got a partnership going on. So when this guy holds on to the ball, a defenders might come up to him, and then he'll be able to reach the advanced forward who can run at the defense and get behind the defensive line. That's why it's called wing play. Look at the instructions: overlap left, overlap right, using the wings a lot. With a higher tempo, playing extremely wide. They want the ball to go out to the flanks, and this is a counter tactic, right? So it has a lower line of engagement. It draws teams in there and wants to hit them quickly. So there's going to be a lot of space for the AF to take. So that's why the tactic has been created like that. Let's look at route one. Route one definitely, right? So target man pressing forward, again a lower defensive line, which tells you that these guys are not going to go, bombing up the pitch, right? So they're going to try and stay as deep as they can, and then they're only going to depend on this guy to give width, and this combination is going to not be too far ahead. Target man or support will drop a bit deep. Pressing forward is going to be very close to the defenders when they get the ball. This is a very cautious tactic. Target man to hold up the ball. The only thing I would add to this is to do this. No, not here. I would add, right? If I were to use this as a tactic, I would remove this automatic, go on support, and then I'll tell him to cross him target man. This is one improvement I'll make to this tactic. Right? So that when he gets the ball, he'll hoof the ball here. There's an NCB doing the same thing. He's going to send the ball forward. So you got these two. So these two NCBs are used to hurl the ball forward. Okay, there's no AF used there. Route 1. Okay, let's go and look for fluid counter attack. Okay, fluid counter attack. This one will have an AF, I think. No. Okay, we have a. The moment there's a counter attack, you see, notice it's an AF. Okay, let's look at direct counter attack. Aha, AF. Let's look at Catanaccio. Oh my goodness, I hate it. AF. This is totally defensive, right? This is like pray to the heavens above and hope that we can do something with these two players. Right, these two are on auto duty, so they'll follow the mentality. Okay, let's look at the next one. Park the bus. Oh my god. Okay. I've never played with this. The moment I saw this preset, I went, I'm never going to use this preset, man. It just made me depressed. So notice the common denominator here. Most of the counter attacking tactics have got either an advance forward, or if they have a combination of strikers, one of them is going to hold up the ball and release the other player. Yeah. I would definitely like Trequartista for Total Football as well. Because the reason why is because this guy has got a very nice setup, right? Let's go back to the preset, right? Vertical tiki-taka. Okay, we'll go to vertical or tiki-taka, right? Both of them can give you this. Both of them are very fluid. Okay, here, with this role, I probably change the track. There's a reason why. With this tactic, right, what will happen is this guy is going to drop during a transition because he drops all the way. You know, he's one of the most free roaming players in the game. He also doesn't really. He drops quite deep during the transition and then busts a gut to get into the box. So if he's got nice straights, so he'll really support your play. But when he drops deep, he creates space for other roles, and there's a lot of movement, vertical movement in the tactic when you use it. When I use the Trequartista. I was thinking about Total Football. Your striker should be coming back to form a diamond. Yeah, that's the Rinos Michel's approach, right, to Total Football. The small difference between many of the roles, that just look at the play instructions. Like a lot of the roles, the small differences is like their movement, how far they go up the pitch, the amount of risk that they take. For each one of these roles, there is gonna be a slight difference, right? But it's like so slight that you probably won't really care about it. Like, you know, then I wouldn't spend too much time worrying about the super minor differences, right? Okay, right. Fullback. Which is the least riskiest role here? Of course, it's the no-nonsense fullback, right? So this guy, he doesn't want to run forward. He doesn't want to do anything. Hey, my computer is very annoying. This new... Can they fix this, please? I gotta go the next day just to look at the PIs. Alright, so here I will pay attention to the PIs. But notice as well, the mentality is much lower. He's going to be lower, right? So if I were to look at this player's mentality, is cautious. This guy will also be... This guy will be close to... That's the first difference you see, is their mentality, right? Okay. Then the second thing is the way they behave on the pitch. Like, you know, the PIs will guide you with this. Then some of the other roles, like the common question I get is this: wingback and fullback. If I put a fullback on support and I use a wingback on defense, will they behave the same way? Not really, because the fullback is naturally a bit not as aggressive as the wingback, but the wingback on defense is going to hold his position because you've given him a duty to hold his position, right? So he holds his position. But he crosses from deep, takes few risks and runs wide with the ball. Whereas the fullback, on the other hand, right, he follows all these. Right. So everything is decision. Whenever you see something like this, right, decisions play a big part in what they're going to do. And your mentality also guides the player as well. So you want to be very... Like, I like fullbacks on support because sometimes they don't do very much. They're not as aggressive as a wingback. They won't hug the line all the way, right? Sometimes they will stay. Sometimes they'll stay a bit closer. They don't take as many risks as the wingback because the wingback by themselves, okay, they do things slightly differently. So there's small minor differences, but you have to play them to find out what suits you. Like, there are some people that tell me fullbacks on defense never overlap. I'm like, sorry, man, they do. If you play on a high enough a mentality, he starts taking risks. Right now, he's cautious, right? So what if I decided to go overlap? Give him the overlap. He's going to go, uh-oh, you want me to overlap now? Okay. His mentality, okay, is going to be influenced, right? If there's space, now he's balanced, his risk goes up. He might do the overlap occasionally when you are in control of the opponent's third. So, yeah. So small little things like that. You always want to think about mentality as that risk thing, right? So it influences the risks of individual players on the pitch. So they are influenced to do certain things. So these are all small little things that can happen in the game. But for sure, okay, there are slight little. Okay, a long time ago in a land far, far away, right? We had this. We had on the back when FM12 was made, and then they created a tactical creator. Remember, we had this whole discussion about the creators, or whatever you call the creative players and the non-creative players. There was a whole debate on this, right? Because some of us knew that some of these roles have got more CF under the hood. So some of these players are a lot more like the trequartista. You don't know this. You don't know this, right? The trequartista has a lot of creative freedom because he's a, but does it say here that he has a lot of creative freedom? Doesn't, right? You don't know this because there are varying levels of creative freedom for each one of these players, which is one of the reasons you still have this in the game. Be more expressive. If they remove this, then nobody will know, right? What the hell am I talking about? And there are still certain small little things that are in the game that, are beneath the engine. So to say that categorically, okay, the only difference between two roles is their play instructions, while it is true to some extent, it's not the full story. There's much more, right? But it shouldn't be enough for you to go out there and want to crack some treasure chest up and say, okay, fine, I now want to go and find out every single thing under the hood. It's not going to make a big difference to your game. Yes, the older players have a certain stronger advantage because they know a lot more about the game. But here we just don't worry about it. Like, just play the game. Like winger, is going to go down the flanks. Inside forward, he's going to cut inside. All right. The winger and the inverted winger now in the game, chances are the inverted winger is slightly more creative than the winger, right? He dribbles more, runs wide with the ball, cross more often, stay wider. What does this guy do? He dribbles more, cuts inside with the ball, but he's also a more creative player. It says here as well, right? The inverted works best when the player's stronger foot is opposite him. He looks to create chances for the opposite team, but they don't say it here as well. Okay, right. What is the inverted winger? The inverted winger will cut inside and then he will try and cross the ball, right? So I like to use the inverted winger with the roaming playmaker sometimes because he tends to drift inside slightly, right? Not all the time, right? Then I can use this guy to use the outside of his foot to look for somebody arriving on the other side of the pitch. Like this, inside forward attacking. But with a trequartista, a bit of a problem. Yeah, can still do it, but if there is... he might, in this tactic, he might drop deep. But it's still a bit iffy. But I will never use this backline though with this team. I'll probably use like a wingback on support here to give a bit more support to the AP, but it leaves this area a bit vulnerable, right? Because you got two attack duties and you're asking this guy to be a bit more aggressive, right? So this is one of those times where you're thinking to yourself, maybe I'll go with the fullback on support instead. So now I have a flank that is a bit more safer. Now, what about overloads, right? I'm gonna create. Let's assume right now I want to create an overload. I don't know why this conversation is going to an entirely new direction. Okay, I want to create an overload. Let's have a bit more fun. Okay, I want to create an overload, and I want to get these guys to start scoring goals. Okay, all right. How do I do this? First up, I'll definitely have a focus play. Right, I want to do it here. I want to I want to build play up here so that I can exploit this space. Now the problem is, okay, we got this player who's behaving like a playmaker. He's going to be a ball magnet. So I think this time we're going to remove him as a ball magnet. Maybe use him as a box-to-box, right? So we'll change him to a box-to-box. I can use him as a box-to-box. I can use him as CM on attack. Even a CM on attack is not a bad idea. Then I got these two guys going in. But yeah, CM on attack is... CM on attack or box-to-box. One of these two roles. Okay, so let's assume I'm using a box-to-box. Okay, so now... I've got a whole bunch of creative players here who can keep the ball. All right. I want this guy to give this a bit more punch, right? So now I've got an overlap as well. So I have the potential for overlap. So this guy is going to go down the flanks. I'm going to be able to pull more players now to this side of the pitch. I'm going to go and get this guy. This guy can be a winger. or an inverted winger. I like the inverted winger because now this guy might cut inside with the ball, right? So giving space for this guy. So what I've done is I've created now an overload using just the roles, right? I enhance it with a focus play. So they all now, these guys now will shift to the left to support the play. And then I have here, I can play a round daughter here. Or I can play inside forward. In this particular setup, I just want to decoy, right? I want to have a decoy. I want this guy pulling out the defenders. Okay, so the round daughter attacks the space. Now my passing cannot be much shorter. This is just too crazy. Okay, it's either gonna be standard or shorter might be okay, or mixed, right? So one of these two. All right, now the thing here is this, right? I want to create space for the overload to work, right? So what do I do next? Okay, this pressing is a bit crazy. More urgent is fine. Prevent short goalkeeper distribution. This one time I probably won't use it. Okay, because I want them to bring the ball up. I want them to lose the ball in transition. Okay, so I can do a standard line engagement. Drop this down. Okay. Now what I've done is created a middle block. I have two options. I can go get stuck in, which makes it very aggressive. Now this becomes an aggressive block. Here, I'm trying to win the ball in midfield, like somewhere around here. And then when I win the ball around here, okay, I want these players to release these players. Of course, in this kind of situation, this guy can become a pressing forward on attack, or a complete forward on attack, or a trequartista, because now I'm doing a middle block, right? Okay. What if I don't want to do a middle block? What if I want to go camping? If I want to go camping, then I turn this guy into something else, like a support duty. So when I go camping, I go slightly higher. Again, that offside trap is your decision, right? It's entirely up to you. Okay, I can remove the get stuck in. The space now is a lot bigger. Space now is a lot bigger, right? Because you can see this from here. The gap is a lot bigger now. Okay. Because earlier is a tight compressed block, right? So standard line of engagement or even a lower line. This is like in your half, right? Then you better pray and hope that those two strikers are fast. This is like in midfield, okay? And now I want to do it in their half. So if I want to do it in their half, I'll have a complete forward dropping deep. Of course, I won't be using Hosh. If I do this, then I'm very Pep Guardiola. If I do this, I'm very Jurgen Klopp. And that's it. That's how you do overloads. Hey, wow, we've been structuring tactics, man. Yeah, the shape is also going to be dependent on how the other team is also playing the ball. But yeah, you've got to be very careful with... The thing is that we can make... You have to look at your block if you want to play liquid football or total football. And I like to use that in tandem with like mark-specific positions, right? So I get the full Monty, which is now I got the ball, I got my block going, and then I get mark-specific positions so that the wing, like the fullbacks, right, they're coming into my turf, they also get marked out from the ball. Yeah. Hey, Rifki, man. Cruyff tactic, I think we did that. Oh, I didn't. Jahid made a Cruyff tactic. Jahid made a Cruyff tactic. Okay, guys, now what I'm going to do, okay, is what we were talking about earlier, which is let's look for some utility players. Okay. So what I've done is I've created a whole list. Now, this is all inside the folder that I uploaded. And I want to talk about my favorite players, right? So far I see, because I don't know about you guys. Remember last year, this player called Danilo Cataldi. Absolutely my favorite player in the whole wide world because he's so good, right? And he's so cheap and good. So this year I've loaded them all. So I'm going to load my shortlist. The good utility players. I've still got potential wonder kids, right? So you can always look at that. So these are currently my favorite utility players in the game who are not too expensive. Danilo Cataldi, he's still there, but I didn't include him this time because I wanted to have a slightly different group of players that I can look at. So I think one of the best ones I've seen so far. Okay, we got this guy, Elias Sikri, who's not too bad, right? This guy is playing for FC Cologne, right? He's a Tunisian, right? Very, very talented. But his mentals are superb. He's got very good anticipation. He's valued at 5 million. If you go to his agent, right? Ask the agent. Okay. You're probably going to be able to nagging for about 6 to 8, 7, right? This is definitely going to be somebody that I'm going to be looking at if I wanted to play this guy. So what are the things I look for in a utility player? In a utility player, generally, right, it's going to be very balanced around like having decent off the ball. He may not necessarily be the best, okay? He'll have decent positioning. He'll have work rate. I need these guys to be versatile enough to fill at least 1 or 2 positions on the pitch, right? So here I have another player, right? Elisha Owusu, okay? Not too bad. He can definitely be used as a halfback. He can be used as a defensive midfielder. All right, push comes to shove, right? Push comes to shove. Okay, I can use him as a makeshift playmaker if I wanted to as well. Okay, of course, he's got this play short, simple passes. That might be a trait that because he's so young, 22, you can definitely remove him. If he gets to learn pass, you can raise his vision up in time. So there's definitely room to grow for this young player. Then I've got, of course, you all heard of Ronaldo Vieira, right? The English player on loan. Alright, so this guy, I have a thing for signing players with names. Yeah, manually search for them. Yeah. Right, so I have a thing for names, right? First up, Vieira and Ronaldo. Okay. The moment I saw his attributes, right, I thought of Vieira straight away. So this is one other player you might want to look at. Then you got Batista Mendy, another decent player who's 20 years old. Okay, this guy is another versatile player that you can add to your game. And all these players, right, are very, very interesting utility players, right? He wouldn't be interested in joining as he's only just on again, so never mind. Okay, so he has no interest. But all these players, something that you might want to think about. Yeah, I heard something in the background, right? So I had to go check. My ears were like, okay, what about decent cheap defenders? This is my list, man, for this year. Yeah, I always get these questions on stream, right? Yeah, I already got 2 million or 1 million for a defender, right? So these are all my players, right, who are less than 7.5 million. So I set a filter up. I'm not interested in anybody above 7.5, right? So of all the defenders here, I think the one that caught my eye, I don't know, was it? But no, I don't think it was this guy. It was somebody from Real San Sebastian. Oh yeah, this is the one. Robin Lenormand from Real San Sebastian. I will sign him in a heartbeat. Oops, hit the microphone. I will sign this guy in a heartbeat, man. This guy is like so young, right? Okay, his jumping range is 16. He's like decent anticipation. He's gonna just explode in development, and also I won't call him a utility player. I'm just gonna my pick for this year as a cheap young defender, right? Of course, you got Onguene here, because Onguene is gonna be easy to get this year compared to last year, right? So this guy, of course, Onguene is still a good defender. Then we got the Ukrainian Miketa Burda. Okay, another decent defender that you can get your hands on. Right. So these are all players that are not too expensive, right? Not too expensive. Then got these fullbacks. Okay, everybody's favorite question. I want to get fullbacks. Okay, I got given you a whole big list. Okay. Okay. They start from as high as 7 million. And as low as 130k. Let's go to the 130k. Of course, these are probably loan signings. You might not be able to get them early. Like Dion Sanderson, right, on loan from Wolves. If you can get him, you want a loan signing for your team, he is definitely worth getting. Okay. Of course, my favorite fullback from FM21, Thomas Esteves. My playmaking fullback. You know, how many of you remember him, right? How many of you remember me turning this guy into Trent Alexander-Arnold? Okay. This guy, I turned him into Trent Alexander-Arnold. And he's so cheap, right? So this guy is one of those other players. Because you know how difficult it is to find fullbacks with good vision? This guy has got very good vision. So all you got to do, the upside to him is just crazy. It's just crazy, the upside to this guy. He's a very, very, very good fullback in the game. And at value of only 275k, he's still phenomenal. Is there any midfielders that are stronger together than others? Example is a central midfielder and a Mazzala stronger, tighter than a box-to-box. No, I wouldn't say that they're stronger together. You have to look at the whole combination. Like if you play a Mazzala, I like to play a Mazzala, but then I would be thinking about the flanks. Like if I play, I like Mazzala, halfback, and roaming playmaker, for example, because I like to control my midfields a lot. But then if I end up with a situation where, okay, I'm a good team. No, wait. Mazzala, roaming playmaker, and DM, right? That's my liquid, right? So that's why when the Mazzala, central midfielder attack, defensive midfielder, also can work. You see, the combinations work depending on how you want to set things up, how you want to, because here I'm using the Mazzala to create a kind of an overload, for example. But you have all these options. It's you're not gonna find like these two are very good together. It's like, why are you using them? What are you doing in terms of creating an overload, right? Or you're trying to control. Like in the game, if you want to get a certain style, like high possession, I use 3 playmakers in the middle. I know Miles says you should not use more than 1, but then why did they have a preset tactic that tells everybody to go and use 3? So, aha! You see, guys, there are certain things you're not told. I'm telling you now, there are things not everybody knows. Okay, there's some of us were fortunate enough to have been at the well. Okay, what about this guy, Salva Ferreira? Not bad. Spezia, another defender I would sign. Why? Because he has got all the right attributes, right, in the right places. You just need to give him a chance to develop, right? He's a fringe player at Spezia, and only 500k. Okay, 500k, 22-year-old who can walk into my first team because his work rate is there. He's 13. He's got vision that can be developed into a playmaking fullback as well. God, me and my playmaking fullback. I'm developing all my playmaking fullbacks this year. This year, I'm going crazy with playmaking fullbacks. Okay, this is another one that you can develop. All right, then we've got this Greek player, 27 years old, 600k. Are you struggling for a fullback? There we go. This guy can definitely come, help you out in a pinch. Why? Because his positioning is there. He's got 13 for positioning. He's got 13 for anticipation. This guy can read a game, right? He can read a game. So you might want to look at him. And then you got Shaq the American. Okay, another young player who plays in Cagliari who's got a lot of potential in this game, right? He needs the right manager. Will you be the right manager? Will you be the right manager? Is there any merit in sticking a playmaker at fullback if you just want a trend replica? Just have playmaker fullback if you want. A playmaker. No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, firstly. Okay, because I mean you could retrain a playmaker and turn him into a fullback if he's got all the attributes, right? But how many playmakers do you find have got great acceleration? And then I am of the opinion as well that if you want to play like a playmaking fullback, your tactic will be using an inverted wingback most of the time. Will be that. If your whip crosses is slapped on TI the way a winger slash onto true balls and whip crosses, so it's very popular. Maybe, yeah. Okay, this guy is gonna be fantastic, man. Your saves. Okay, so these are some of the. I'm gonna get to your recommendations as well. Alexa Terzic, wingback from Fiorentina, another one that you want to look at, right? So these are a lot. There are a lot. I've given you a whole list, guys. I mean, seriously, this is like starting from 130k to about 7 million. Right at the top, we got Emil Kraft from Newcastle. Not bad. But you look at all the other players, you can get them. There are some favorites of mine I've always used. Thierry Correra. I don't know why, but I keep signing this guy for some strange reason. Then we got this Jeremy Toyan. Okay. The reason why I sign him some of the time I like to sign this guy from Borussia Dortmund is because his surname sounds like he's born in Indonesia. Yeah, don't go there, right? Okay, seriously, I got this weirdness about me and names. Okay. If I was gonna be playing a game, I'll definitely have him in my team. That's it. I need the dick man. Lorenzo Dickman. Okay, come on, guys. How can you not have him in your team? We had Bone, Macaulay Bone in my team last year. All right. I had a Heart one time. Okay. So yeah, this is another player that you want to be thinking of. So the list is all there. Right. Okay. Now what about we've got others, right? So let me see now. Oh, this is something that I've also received questions on. Target man. So I've gone out there and I've come up with a list of target men that you can use in your save. Some of them are a bit old because target men, they don't have to be very fast. But when this target man came up in my search, right, I immediately went, okay, I like to sign Matt Smith, but he's not bad as well. Because he's got this moves into channels, he plays short simple passes, very ideal for that one-touch passing game where you may have like a 4-4-2, you play narrow, right? You got a target man and then you want a poacher, this guy can work. Okay, so he's got, for his age as well, 33 years old, 12 for acceleration, not a bad. And of course, we got the usual suspects. Budimir, we got Crivelli, all decent target men in the game. 25 years old from Başakşehir. This guy, okay, is the old-fashioned target man, right? He turns his back to goal, right? Doesn't really dribble, so he does a lot. He's very good for 1-2 systems. Yeah, then we got Caleri. Caleri is an old time, he's always been in the game for so long, right? So then we got Besedin. Besedin has also been around for a while. I think some of you are quite familiar with him. He's not a bad target man as well. Then as you go up, the price gets higher. Yeah, then we land up with Laborde. Okay, from Montpellier. Another good target man. This guy is very, very good in the air. Right? So I like him because he's also versatile. He's not slow, he's got brains, and you can use him in the system. One of the things I look for in target man is off the ball. Simi is a Bjorkan. Okay, let's look over Bjorkan. I don't know how to spell his name, but we'll give it a go. Okay, Bjorkan. All right. Don't think so. I don't have him. Giroud will be proud. I love Giroud, man. I think Giroud is one of the most underrated players in the game. I don't have that as well. AJORK. Okay. So these are some of the players, and I've got other players for you guys. So the shortlist is all done for you already. What about this? Good utility creators. What is this list? These are my creators. Okay, let's go to the bottom of the list. Oh my god. How many of you know this player? Rito Ferreira. Please. This guy is very good at the game. Okay. Plenty of potential in this guy to just go out there and just give you a fantastic start. I got this thing for Portuguese players. Right. In this game, they're very underrated. You get them very cheap. Right. Very only 1 million, right? You'll be able to snag him cheap and early. You definitely... Is it stupid to not use a player in the best role? How do you know what his best role is? Okay, I'll get to that very, very soon. Very, very soon. Okay. Right, something else as well. Don't worry about the best role in the game. Okay. Find out is there a system you like to play? Then try and make him play in that system. Now, the thing is that in that system, you should know what that role requires in your system, right? And then go out and find a player. Now, if you already found a player and he's got all these attributes, then you just have to retrain him for that position. But if the game tells you, for example, this guy is only a pressing forward, then what you should do is you should find out, right? If you go to a player, like, okay, let's take an example, one of these examples, right? Okay, let's look at this guy, Carlo Elene. He says he's good as an advanced playmaker. Okay, I don't want to use him as an advanced playmaker. I don't want to. I want to use him as a box-to-box midfielder. Right? Can I? Okay, what do you need what does your tactic require? You want him to have off the ball, get up the pitch, bring the ball there. So that's all you need is off the ball. You need passing, you need first touch, you need some balance and agility. He has them. So why can't you use him as a box-to-box player? You can still use him as a box-to-box player. Right? So understand what what are the attributes. So sometimes when you go into the game, like if you go into our squad here, I'll just find one player. This is training. I'll find like... We'll find somebody here. Martin Odegaard, right? So you see all this. They say these are... You go to profile. You can come in here to attributes and then you can change here, right? So if you want to check him out, let's say I want to see how he plays as a I don't know what we're gonna use him as. Box to box. Okay. Box to box. There we go. Support. So you see all these are the attributes. Now, the thing about me is this, right? When there are a lot of attributes, I just like to simplify the game. Like, what do I expect him to do? Right? I expect him to get up the pitch. I expect him to help people out. What does he need there to do that? Teamwork. Okay, I expect him to be fast doing that. I want him to take his own sweet ass time. Acceleration. I need him occasionally go and tackle players. Bravery. I need him to pass the ball. Passing. I need him to see the pass. Vision. I need to help defend. I don't want him to fall asleep at the wheel. Concentration. Okay, I want him to be able to see the pass and, give it a bit of zip, right? Somebody's gonna break past the defensive line. Anticipation. Okay, fine. Does he have those attributes? Anticipation, first touch, passing, vision, off the ball, agility, balance. That's it. Well, how many roles can he play? That's the thing about attack duties, and most of the attack duties, they have some common denominators in them, that you want to look at. A box-to-box midfielder, he needs a bit of dribbling. He may need a bit of finishing. He may need a bit of first touch. These are the attributes in the algorithm, right? But honestly, do you need a box-to-box midfielder to have long shots? So, okay, if I wanted him, his tackling is a bit weak. But if I have a really good team, and I can, of course, use him as a box-to-box midfielder just to make sure maybe I pair him with a ball winning midfielder who takes over his duties when he goes, doing the thing that he does. Okay, now let's go back to our players, right? Let's not get sidetracked too much. Okay, all right. So these are all the good utility creators in the game. Okay, so one of these players is really, really sweet. Let me see. Okay, of course we all know Mandragora. I don't know if you guys have used him before. Bruno Jordao. Jordao is not too bad. Passing, vision, decision. These are cheap, creative utility players. These are not expensive ones. My budget is 7 million. Right, so these are all the budget below 7 million, right? So the cheapest guy is Vitor Ferreira. Then we got the usual suspects: Fabio Vieira, Vitor Ferreira, Andre Anderson, the Brazilian who's on loan from Lazio. Okay, if you can get him, that's not too bad. Then you got Boschilla. Okay, this guy, if you can get him early, not too bad. I mean, when you start the game, you can get him quite early, right? Boschilla is not that bad. Okay, right? You can get him for between 4.8 and 6.7 million, right? This guy is not too bad in the whole. Okay, passing, vision, decisions off the ball, right? He busts the gut. So if you're playing a 4-2-3-1 and you want the AMC position, he's gonna fit that position to a T. Okay. Then of course we've got the rest of the players. So these are some of the players. Yeah, Cataldi is still my favorite. I didn't recruit him in the list because we got enough players going around signing Cataldi at the moment. Cataldi is 26, but I think I didn't go for Cataldi because I think this guy now is worth. Oh, let me check. Oh shit, finish. Okay, suggest. Yeah, Cataldi is no longer available for 6 million, 7 million. Now he's 21 million. So Cataldi fell off the list. So I need to find my new Cataldi because Cataldi was really cheap last time. Okay. Yeah, so of course you got Almada. This is for players that are 7 million below. Almada, if you can get him for 7 million, really, you're probably the best negotiator I've met in my entire life, man. Yeah. So yeah, that Magno is not bad. But I don't know if you can get him for cheap. Let me see if we can get Teles Magno, right? This guy, right? So this guy is 30 million. This guy can develop into a really good player. Yeah, we haven't gone for the young players yet, right? So I got all of them here. Let me see my list. I got all of them here. So this is my hot list, right, of players that I'm gonna be looking. You can get, but let's see the value, right? It starts off players that can be developed, right? This is what I think. Giacomo Faticandi. Oh yeah, this one you gotta be very gutsy, right? I put some of these players in. Okay, I sent the scouts out to check, and some of the attribute ranges. The attribute ranges are between 60 to the scouting recommendation between 60 to about 80. I just loaded the save up because I wanted to show all the other stuff. So these are all here. You can just go through your list. Okay, got Casper as well. Young player, plays for Bologna. This guy is not too bad. He's a youngster, is showing some potential. Let me see now. Let me look for one of these players that I saw. He's playing for Valencia. Wait. Oh, there we go. Right. Hugo Montana. Another player. He's got lots of potential. 17 years old. Fantastic attributes, right? Okay. Okay, let me see some other players I've heard of. Okay. This guy from Derby. There we go. Luis Segli. Okay, 19 years old, playing for Derby United. Derby County, idiot. Derby United, my foot. Okay. Okay. So there are loads of players here. Alright. Then running up to about the most expensive player in my list is, of course, the usual suspects that we all know about: Gabriel Martinelli, Brandon Williams, Garcia, Max Aarons, Tariq Lamptey, Sandro Tonali, Moise Keane, all your William Saiba, they're all here, right? So if you wanted all the youngsters, they're all here, right? Potential. I mean, that's why I say they're potential wonder kids. Some of them may fail gloriously. Of course, I have my favorite. One of my favorites right now is this guy, the Hungarian playmaker. I want to try and get this guy into one of my saves and play him. There's a Korean dude in Holstein Kiel. Oh, Holstein. Korean guy. Lee Jae-sung. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this guy is not bad. This guy is not bad. Where? Oh yeah, we gotta add him, man. Add to shortlist. This guy is a creator, right? Let me see. He has to pass the off the ball test. Off the ball. Oh, he did show up because his determination is only 10. I might set mine to about 12. And I think that he's got a dirtiness rating. I think so. Because I also checked on the I didn't go for high aggression though. For the final third players, I'm very scared of high aggression for final third players, but I'll add him to the creators list. Can I just do... I wish there was a shortcut to just add them. Okay, there we go. It's not bad. He's not bad. That's a good player. How can you buy players cheaper? You disrupt them. Yeah, you unsettle them. Right? You talk about wanting to sign the player. If your reputation is higher than the club's reputation, that's what you do. The challenge in this game is this. Okay, if you want to... If you are asking that question, it means that you haven't experienced the game playing at a higher reputation. You've gone in at a low reputation straight away. Okay. Now, when you're playing at a reputation that's lower than the club's reputation that he's at, right? Chances are he may not come to you. Secondly, young players. Okay, if I'm the manager of Liverpool and you're the manager of Peterborough, right? And we both see this player who's we can get him for like 1 million. Okay. And he's got high ambition. He may not come to your club because his ambition, your status in the game doesn't meet his ambition, right? So that's the other thing. So you gotta look at your own ambition, your club's ambition, you gotta look at your club's reputation, your reputation, and sometimes those players don't come. So you need to unsettle them. You need to make them unhappy, and then those clubs might. They might transfer list him, or he might want to come after that. Talk him up. They can help. Ask one of your teammates to talk him up as well if you know somebody in that club. Or yeah, then you can, like, that's how I got Estevez the first time. Yeah, I had to sign his friend. Estevez had to come with somebody else. He didn't want to come originally, man. Dozel is a cheap option for a playmaker. Yeah, that's not bad as well. This guy is not too bad. Passing, vision, decisions. The only thing is he doesn't work. Guys, you have to develop him. Right. You may not be able to actually I would add him to that list. Add to short list. Potential wonder. I would call him a potential wonder kid because he's still young, right? Like it's a utility. He's more like a utility. one utility playmaker. Okay, what do we got now? Murgia? Hey. Who doesn't know Murgia? It's in my list. Alejandro Murgia should be in my list. Right. Midfielders from Spal. This guy is damn bloody good. Wait, I don't know if he's in my list, right? But I don't know whether you can get him cheap now. Oh, wait on. I'll just add him. Good utility players. Definitely. He wasn't in the list. Yeah. Valzania. Valzania. 24 years old, on loan for Atalanta. Let's look at his attributes. Decision making, okay. 24 years old. Passing, vision, decisions. Okay, this guy is utility, right? Yeah. Work rate, not too bad. Yep, you pass the test. You end up in the utility group. Andrea Papati. Let's go look at Papati. Andrea Papati. Flair, leadership, auto. Okay, this guy is a central defender. Jumping reach. But I don't think you can get him for cheap. You can't get it. I don't think you can get him for cheap. I don't think you can get him for 7 million, right? But we can put him there and see whether or not. Let's say transfer. That's what they say, right? Make an offer. Let's suggest terms, right? Comes in there, 104 million. You can't get him. You get it? They have to pass the test, right? That they should be cheap. Petrovic. No, I don't want to print anything. Oh man, he did it again. Something's wrong with my keyboard. I don't know what's wrong with my keyboard lately. It gives me this is it a Corsair thing? Every time I alt tab, but I didn't alt tab once, man, during the show. Does anybody know what's going on? I can't search anything right now because my stupid escape button keeps giving me this. So when that happens, I can't type anything. Yeah. I have to save and then reload. To restart this machine again. Okay, so we got to change cameras for a while. It's fine when I'm playing a game, right? And I don't have to hit the... It's happened a few times, so I have no idea why my computer does that. I have no idea why it does that. It's just a pain in the ass when it does that. Yeah, at the start of the save, yeah, they did buy him, I think, because he starts at Brescia, right? Come on. Yo, finally. Okay. But I wanted to thank you because I recently discovered your YouTube channel and it helped me a lot to have fun on FM. Okay. I'm happy that it's helped you, man, Eugenio. I really am happy that this game, rather my channel has helped you out with the game. Yari Vasharan, we'll have a look at that guy as well. Papati is available using compensation. But if anybody out there knows why, every time I hit the escape button, the damn thing comes up. I would really, and please don't tell me it's the keyboard, because definitely wasn't the keyboard. I thought the control button is the one that's causing all the problems, right? So they say sometimes it's the control keyboard. My keyboard is relatively new. I'm using a Phantom keyboard. Then I've got a Logitech here, which never gave me a problem one day at all in my life. I'm wondering if it's there. Maybe I'll change the USB port and see whether that fixes it. So bloody annoying. For some strange reason, that happens. Okay, now Football Manager 21. There we go. I got a request for a YouTube video you need to make. I think FM is a bit too hard to answer, like what each TI and PI actually does. I know it's describing the game, but often I've done a video on team instructions already, right? I've just done one. It's like a stream, and at the start of the stream, I give a TLDR of what each team instruction does in the game, and I'm hoping that that should be enough. Yeah. Describe Ebro. I have got I've already done role guides on the channel as well, like for every single role, like a very short what does the role do and whether it combines, how it combines with others. They're all role guides on the channel that have been working for the last yeah. Okay, here we go. We're back in this again. Just I need to reload the game for a while. Okay, scouting, shortlist. So yeah, basically, yeah, so these are all the lists of players that are there and you can have a look at, man. I'm fine, you get, how are you? Yilmaz. Control escape opens up the start menu. No, my when I hit escape, it opens up the start menu. Not control escape. Control doesn't do anything. It's escape button opens up the start menu. Whenever that happens, I got a problem. But it gives me it's always a pain in the ass, man. So I get very annoyed with it. So now we've done that list. Now let's go to Dundee United, man. It's time for Dundee. We're gonna play a couple of games with Dundee though. Motherwell we have already had our first win of the season, right? So our scouting meeting. I'm not okay. This is what I'm going to do with my Dundee team right now. Okay, staff responsibilities. I'm gonna overview. When it comes to media, where's media? I'm gonna no, delegate. Oh, I already delegated it. All right. What about match? Touchline, team talks, friendly matches. That's done. Okay. Oh, that's fine then. Staff. Handles team selection, delegate. Hiring and firing. Okay, this one is I think I should set all to chairman. Set all to chairman. Make the chairman do something. Alright. Wait on, I get involved in all this. Okay. The chairman is the one that's doing all this stuff now. I'm not interested. I just want to play the game. Let the chairman worry about all the new signings. That's it. Okay. Alright, so let's go. Hey, see you, and Ben. Thanks for popping in the stream. Victor Nelson was great for your Benfica save last year. Oh, that's sweet. I haven't used. Uh-oh. What was I doing on this stream? I was playing some fancy. I was doing some stupid shenanigans again, right? I know what's wrong with me. You know? Why can't I just play a simple game? Don't try any of this Mickey Mouse shit. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. I don't even know who I'm playing with. Okay, wait. This is our lineup the last time. We got Pollard. All the notions I had in my head, right? I've completely forgotten about. I don't know. Any ideas I might have had, I've lost. I've forgotten everything I discovered in the last match. So I know I got Matt Smith here. I got Shanklin. I got Robson. I got Bolton. Okay, these are wingers. Bravery is 13. He can't tackle, save his life. Why am I using this formation? Okay, we'll just wing it, okay guys? When will I unveil Liquid 3.0? It's still early, man. The patch isn't settled down yet. So, the patch is next week, right? 25th. Yeah. I have to wait for the patch to show up, I guess. Okay, playing Motherwell. I'm playing attacking focus play to the middle, much higher tempo. What's wrong with me? Why am I doing this? Okay, we'll just play. We'll just find out what's happening. I'm probably gonna lose this match. I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay, alright, so we got tactics now. Opposition instructions. Okay, obviously I just want to do this. Oh, they're playing defensively. Alright, they're playing double. Okay, we gotta change something. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do something different. Okay, this is not gonna work for me. Okay, so come into in possession. Okay, we're gonna do this now. Focus blade on the left, focus blade. This might not work as well. Or this might work. Okay, let me go white. Alright, now we open the tactic up. Cross him, far post. You cross him, target man. Alright, let's go, man. Why don't I finish showing the players? You guys want to see all the players on the short list? Okay. After this, let me play one game. Now I'll show you the players on the short list again. I thought you guys were bored already. Definitely will show you some more. Let me get this out of my system first. Wow, that was a great challenge, man. I thought it was a penalty. Come on, Bolton. Oh, man. Come on, boys. We're using the flanks, right? This focus played on the flanks because I normally play focus play through the middle with this tactic, but they've got two DMs there, right? So I wanted to focus play down the flanks. Hopefully this works. Well, does mentality override team instructions? No. There's no such thing as mentality overriding team instructions. Oh man, that was a soft goal. That was a soft goal. That was such a soft goal. This is interesting. Come on. My bravery 8 is not doing a very good job of protecting the backline. Oh, Matt Splitter. Are you using a skin? The between highlights looks different. Oh, because the skin will look between highlights, right? Depends on your resolution as well. So if you go to the game, right, it'll look different for different resolutions. Let me try something. Okay, guys. So let's zoom out to some obscene number like 110. Okay, this is big, right? Now the whole screen is become big. Go to the match. Okay, now it's 2 panels only. Okay, so I get only 2 panels, right? So I drop this. I will zoom in a bit more. We score our equalizer, but never mind. What was happening over there? It's a long throw. Yeah, long throw still in this game. Okay, there you saw 2 panels, right? So you get 2 panels only. So if you want to get like 3 panels like mine, you just go to preferences. It is zoom. I think if you zoom out to 100, it depends on your monitor as well. So it depends on your monitor resolution. Okay, now you go on to this and zoom in a bit more. You got 3 panels now. Okay. For that, and I should have 6 panels when I do this. Yeah. So if I'm playing very attacking but my tiers on shorter passing, it won't override by your influence, because what your team instructions do is that, so you've got that's what I like to do. When I play very attacking mentality, what I like to do with, because mentality affects everything else, right? So your mentality will reduce your passing, will affect your width, will affect your, what I thought you meant was, will the TIs override the PIs? The play instructions. Stuff like, there's some TIs, right? If you go like, if you have a play risk, you have a PI that says play more risky passes on a play, and you set the whole team to play play less risky. That's what I mean. That's what I meant. But when you play with, what they do is they do influence your mentality of your players. So if I wanted to play on high mentality for this tactic, I could do this. See that? Shorter passing. But if I played on, if I reduce my passing to defensive, my passing is shorter. If I go to attacking, it affects the mentality, because now players are taking more risks, right? So it's slightly shorter. So I can reduce the mentality as I go higher, right? So the higher, like I like to do this with, so if you do this, right, you affect the passing for the whole team. Then I can go into individual players like this and change their passing. See that? Do you just see what happened? Everything changed, right? I come in here, it's got passing shorter. So this complete forward now plays it very short compared to the team's passing, right? So now I change this back to direct. He's locked into passing shorter. So yes, you can influence the player's passing instruction by messing around with PIs, TIs. Something I like to do with my very attacking tactics, so I can keep my possession very high. But what a ball! Oh man, it's offside. Did I just give my team instructions to my S-man, right? So the shouts and all, I think so. I want to stop doing shouts. See, I don't do any shouts, right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm not doing any shouts anymore. Right, so all these shots are being handled by the S-man, but I don't see the thing pop up like he's saying any shots, so I have no idea whether he's actually talking to the boys at the moment. But team talks are being handled by the S-man now. So there we go. It's a very simple setup for mine. I just want the S-man to do everything. Pass. I like this corner routine right now. That corner routine I actually like, because if the player standing, the guy who's taking the corners, right? If he's got a long shot, so come in and take a long shot. I actually like that setup right now. It's very fun. It's very fun. Dundee United have turned a comeback from 1 goal down to lead 2-1. Yahoo! Look at that guy. He's just running off insane. Completely unmarked. He recognizes that there's a threat, but he's too slow to react. Okay. Okay, let's drop the camera so I can see more. I thought I'd give it to my S-man. Give us the responsibility, hand over to assistant manager. Done. I don't want to say anything to them. That means my shots are... See, I'm not using any shots at the moment, right? All the shots are fine. Yeah, so I haven't said anything. So players body language all seems okay, seems good. Mikami Chester, what's up, man? How are you doing? Come on, boys. Don't concede a goal. Okay. Oh god, it's a bit dark. Right? So I want to switch to 2D so I can see the game a bit more. It's just too dark, man. Worth. Good clearance. I wonder if they will ever remove 2D from the game. If they ever remove 2D from the game, I wonder how people are going to feel about it. Okay, 6.5 for Bolton. We're gonna take him off. He's not playing well. The whole right, every attack seems to be coming down the right flank. This is pissing me off. This guy is not having a good game. So we're gonna bring on somebody who's probably a bit more resilient in this position. This guy's got no tackling. Composure is 7. He's maybe very fast, but he's not added anything to our game. So I can bring in Paul McCullen, but it's a risky move if I do that, right? So I'm gonna. Logan Chalmers is not a bad option as well, but again, he can't read the danger, right? He's good going forward, but this is one time where I want to use somebody who's like a fullback in that position. Matt Smith holds up. I love Matt Smith, man. He's one of my favorite target men in the game. He's not particularly fast, but he's damn good in the air. And this was a target man system. Fuchs with the ball, Robson. This is when I use focus play to create overloads down the flanks, right? Instead of doing it through the middle. Okay, now I go focus play to the middle. And I go narrow. And I don't think I need to pass into space, right? We're still holding on the lead, right? So now they are coming down the flanks, right? So opposite instructions, we still have these guys tight mark. Hang on a minute. I don't want to tight mark this guy. Okay. Right, we're tight marking him. Pressing this guy. Okay, done. I think they asked me why they got there before me, man. How long is Butcher out for? It's out for a while. So I have to play a Pollard in defensive midfield. And Pollard is like not very stable. Butcher is out for a while, man. I think about 3 or 4 weeks. See what I mean? Like, watch this, right? That player, if this guy, Pollard likes long shots and dribbling, he's gonna be fantastic, you know. And you just bring the ball in and take a long shot from outside the box. I found that that's kind of cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go to set pieces, corners, right? We got an attacking corner routine. We got one short one. There we go. Yeah. Why the hell is my defender doing here? Okay. This is nonsensical. I got to find my player first. Hold on. Oh, why my defender is doing this? Okay. Yeah, there was a. I think this is a bug. It's a bug in the game. We want to know which one of these players has got a long shot on him. He's got 8. Off the ball dribbling, it's not bad, but he can't take a crack. This guy, long shot too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Fuchs and Pollard to start taking corners together. All right, so these two, so set piece corners. Okay, so what we're going to do is the 2 DMs are taking corners. Okay, this is not too bad. So this guy comes back. Okay, Pollard will take the corners, right? Okay, this is it. So these 2 guys will come in, and then he might take a long shot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing here. Pollard comes here, and this guy comes here. This guy comes here. Okay, done. This guy is taking. I'll rope one of these guys back to defense. You can come back. Okay. Play 1, 2, 3. Okay, done. Okay. Slight change. Those are defensive midfielder positions. That's why I'm calling them defensive mids. I know, but they are both defensive. I'm referring to the position of the role. One is a Register, one is a Segundo Volante, but they're both playing in defensive midfielder slots. That's why I call them defensive midfielders. Have you noticed I don't refer to players like wingers and stuff. I refer to their positions most of the time. Okay, Robson for Chalmers. Okay, this is interesting. You want me to take off the guy on the left flank? I'm not going to do that. Not now. Until I get a 3rd goal. If I get a 3rd goal, I might. Okay, Smith. So now I'm hoping that my overloads are going to be more effective down through the middle. Oh man, that's a cracking attempt, man. You run out of ideas after 2? 2 what? 2D is what makes FM. The problem for me is 2D is fun, right? But I don't like 2D anymore. I just don't like 2D anymore. I prefer 3D, but I want the 3D to be brighter. This is not bright enough right now. Okay, go in. Pollard. support. And come on, what? Oh, wing. Okay. So far, we're not playing badly. Okay. Boom. Fuchs, come on. Let's go, boys. Don't screw things up. I think I can do a shout, right? Because I'm doing the shouts now. Okay, focus. Can you show the in progress liquid? No, I can't. I want to wait until the patch is settled, then I'll look at liquid. So far, it's working quite well for me with some of the good teams. But I'm like waiting to see, because there is going to be one or two fixes in the match engine. Slightly different. Liquid is going to be slightly different right now. I might go into another. I might go to another team and take a look. Yeah. Probably next stream I'll show you guys liquid. Oi, it's offside. Matt Smith, come on, get it to Matt Smith. I just need Matt Smith. Come on, what's happened to my keeper's kicks? Come on, just get it to Matt. All you got, Shankler is fine. Okay, I just needed to pass the ball to Matt Smith, man. Okay, my tempo is okay now. Okay, now I'll bring down the tempo. That's it. That's all. Okay, bring down the tempo. That's it. Don't waste. Don't rush. Oh, but only 5 more minutes left. And Smith back to Smith. Man, how many Smiths in this team, man? Yeah, I'll show you. I will show you what liquid looks like. You're starting a new save in Portugal. Which team would you rank? Lisbon, man. Sporting Lisbon is a lot of fun. I like Sporting Lisbon. One of my favorite starting teams. Not outright favorite like Porto or Benfica, but definitely a challenging club. It's like playing with Chelsea and trying to win the league, something like that. That level of difficulty, I guess. It's offside. Keep it up. I make a tactic. I can't make more than 2 ways of scoring. 2 ways. Well, 2 ways is still better than no ways, right? 1 way. So yeah, you get better over time. You'll be able to make tactics with multiple ways of scoring, man. Trust me, you will. Okay, look at the focus play to the middle right now. You saw that? Just earlier, my attacks are going on the flanks, right? So now what I've done is 2 DMs in the... now they got no DMs, right? So I go focus play to the middle. Oh, you are joking, Mr. Matu? How are you? You are playing defensive means one is Register and one is... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're winding out the clock nicely. Hunker down for a 2-1 win. This is how you hunker down. Do you know the old instruction? There was an old when we were playing FM Live in the old days, right, we had this combination, because back then, and I kind of miss it, because we should try and reintroduce that to the game some way, one way or the other, so that people can start using them in their own games. One thing we used to have was a combination. When we combine team instructions, it creates what is called a shout. Right? That's what you used to call as a shout. And one of them was retain possession, which was shorter passing, reduced width, and lower tempo. Right? And that was the old retain possession combination shout. So not bad. We want to, but look at us, man. We cannot keep a clean sheet to save our lives. But this is the way we're going to do things here, man. Every single game is going to be ball-breaking. Man, by the time we finish, our nickname will be Numbnuts here at Dundee United. That's not too bad. We beat Motherwell as well. Dundee United, 2 wins out of 3. With 2 wins out of 2. Hibernian as well. Ooh, what's the results here? Celtic beat Kilmarnock 3-0. Wow. Rangers beat St. Mirren 4-0. These are big wins, man. The season preview. Dundee United 250-1. So we've just beaten Motherwell 150-1. Okay, odds. Celtic, Rangers still there. Aberdeen. Aberdeen is not a bad team. It's quite strong right here. Right. This was Sir Alex Ferguson's Started from Aberdeen, I think. Then Hibernian, Motherwell, St Johnstone, Kilmarnock, Dundee United. Dundee United is the club I want to manage in Scotland. St Mirren, Hamilton, and Ross County. Well, if I think at Ross County, that's it. I'm gonna get relegated. That's for sure. I'm not gonna pretend I'm good enough to handle Ross County, man. Tempo is just a general thing about the whole game, right? So it affects your passing, your decision making, players getting coming up. Yeah. So whenever you play with higher tempo, you're trying to encourage your players to do everything faster. So that's basically tempo. I go about making a 4-2-3-1 that's a strong main block and explodes out from midfield. Okay, if you want to do something like that, then you're playing with standard, probably a higher defensive line, because you say explode, right? So you want your fullbacks to get involved in the transitions. Play with fullbacks, don't play with wing-backs. If you play with wing-backs, you leave yourself open to too many transitional attacks. Okay, then you try to have like a winger on one flank or an attack duty on one flank. And then you have like fullback. You can have a fullback on attack, and don't play the overlaps. Then you can have you can have fullback attack one side, fullback on support on the other side. Okay, with an overlap. Then you have a roundouter on that flank, right? That side is going to be very driven to attack. Then when you win the ball, you have like players in the deeper positions, like your MCs, right? At least one or two of them is going to be playmakers, right? And then you can, if you want to explode, you want the ball to go out quickly. So you're playing positive mentality. You more than likely having a target man. Target man or support will be very, very nice in the 4-2-3-1. So let's look at our squad, right? And then see we'll see if we can load our scouting shortlist here. Because I don't know if I loaded all. Did I? I have all the leaks. Yeah. The Callum Butcher. How long is he out for? 8 more weeks, man. I'm not gonna have Callum Butcher in my team. As long as he's out of the equation, we got a lot of headaches. So because we got nobody else who can play in a chop everybody's leg kind of way. Everybody else is like, I mean, can you imagine? I'm using, what's his name? Where's Pollard? I'm using him. He's sure about his bravery, is it? Okay, let's go to scouting. Let's see if I can see the shortlist here. Okay, so we'll load the shortlist. Okay, so did we finish? We didn't talk about this. These are my cheap wingers in the game. Fabio Vieira, not play. He can play in a winger's position, right? So he can play in AMLC. The reason why I looked at this was because this guy is versatile. And then we got this guy, Barenza. I like this guy because of his versatility. He can play both left flank and right flank. He's only 18 years old, right? Decent. He's not going to lose the ball. He can also cross and dribble. Look at his passing, his vision, his decisions. Yeah, this guy is worth adding to your team, right? You can get him from Real San Sebastian. Real San Sebastian has got pretty solid players. Only counter-attacking tactic. I've got a tactic called Kingsborn, right? Just set it to a low line of engagement and a high defensive line. And play counter. You got yourself a counter-attacking tactic, or hard tackling and tight marking. Add that in, and you got yourself a counter-attacking tactic. That's it. Counter-attacking tactic is only a function of you changing your line of engagement, and that's what you want to do. So if you can, it depends on where you want to win the block, right? The amount of risk you take is going to be defined by your mentality. It's really straightforward. The game is not like so crazy right nowadays that you need to like go out there and things like counter-attacking, you want to regroup, counter. Or don't play, generally you want to regroup. That's basically it, man. How to maximize use of advanced playmaker on the wing. I find that Ziyech is best used there. That's why I call, if you do that in a 4-2-3-1, then you're creating a focus play down the flank where Hakim Ziyech is. You can create an overload. Then Hakim Ziyech has got a lot of options. Make sure he has options. That means you want to put a fullback on the overlap around him, right? You give him the option to pass the ball forward as one option. Then give him an option on the other flank for somebody to attack, coming in from wider positions to come in unmarked. That's your second option. Your third option is going to be your shadow striker and a complete forward drop, exchanging position. Down there you got 3 options. So Playmaker in Hakim Ziyech will have the option of doing a diagonal, doing one down the line, or doing one through the middle. He's got 3 ways to generate pass the ball to a player who can create the assist, because you're looking at Hakim Ziyech playing the key pass, not necessarily the assist. Yeah, you can definitely do that's one other option, right? Tactical familiarity is very, very fast in this game. Don't worry about it, right? Like I don't know if I can. I don't think we can. Yeah, we cannot import schedules at the moment, right? So, but once you can import schedules, like you do something like this, you're gonna get tactical familiarity very quickly. Like this. I've done this. This tactical familiarity will come very quickly. Copy. This, right? So all this is gonna give me my tag familiarity very quickly. So this gives me all this. This gives me passing style tempo. So if you look at a tactic, eventually you go to training, you'll see a team developing their tactical familiarity. Look at us, right? We're getting there. It'll be a matter of time. We're still in August, and look at where we are. Right? So if you have the thing about tactical familiarity is this, it's really simple. The fastest way to get tactical familiarity is to play the same group of players as often as you can in the tactic. That means you're keeping consistent side going. 2, you only have one tactic. 3, you make sure that your training is balanced. So the easiest one is to create something like a really balanced training schedule like this, right? When the season starts. And even in preseason, I think I was doing something akin. I mean, I didn't have much of a preseason, if I remember very well. We had some preseason rather. We had like physical endurance in the first week to improve my players' natural fitness. And then after that, it was just doing this. And you'll get your tactical familiarity up very quickly. In fact, I think this is a bug. It shouldn't be this fast. I did mine. I think I can get tactical familiarity completely full before this month is out, which is really fast. I thought it was supposed to be slower. Yeah. So like this, right? I guarantee you I'll have tactical familiarity. And every single match I'm going in, I'm collecting like free points, right? I got match bonuses all the way. So this gives you tactical familiarity as well. Mentality, passing style, creative freedom. But it doesn't give you any match bonuses, right? So the boys are resting. They're all going out with their husband and wives, having fun. Then we come in, we got a match. We got attacking, movement, defensive shape, teamwork, plus all my tactical familiarity on this day, and then play Rangers. Yeah. You can actually Moli, that's not bad as well. You can play 3-4-3, you know. 3-4-3 with 3 strikers is fine. You can also play a 3-4-3 with Chelsea, because you got the players now to do it. So this is my 3-4-3 tactic, just for fun, right? Just one crazy ass 3-4-3. So I don't know. It's not really. I wouldn't advise it, because it's like wingers are bombing on the flanks. You haven't really got much protection. Like the game, you're screaming red at me right now and saying you shouldn't be playing like this. But the reason why it gets away with murder is because of the target man. Now, if I go with any other role in this area, I would have been in trouble, because now I have a quick out, right? So all my football is being played quickly from back to front, right? Even though I say play our defense because I don't want these guys to lose the ball, right? Yeah. But the moment they get to any one of these, the ball goes straight to the target. Even my goalkeeper hooves up. Sometimes I just want my goalkeeper to hoof up the ball. But, his kicking is only 11. So he may start the game being able to kick, but as the game wears on, I notice that he can't reach him anymore. It's like dial 911 for help. I can't kick the ball this long anymore. Yeah, the training guide is still suitable for FM21. There's no need to change it, right? I might do a training guide video for 10 minutes only because people seem to think that you need a new one every year. Or the tips, I'll do a tips video as well. But my tips video for this year is going to be different, right? I'm waiting for the patch to drop. Like, it has to drop. There are certain things that are not working in the game in terms of the UI. So it makes absolutely no sense for me to do a tips video and I can't show it to you. So Once the patch drops, I'll give you another tips video. And this one is going to be very geared towards players who haven't been playing the game for a long time. So if you haven't been playing the game for a long time, I'm going to do like a tip guide on like a checklist on how you start the first 30 days and set up your tactics and go from there. Which is one of the reasons why I recommend everybody who's not played the game, you're not sure of the game, you're not sure what tactic to use, right? Please go and pick the vertical tiki-taka settings. That's all. Just go and use vertical tiki-taka. Don't try and do anything too complicated if it's the first time in a long time. If you're new, you're virgin to this game, or if you're a returning virgin, whichever way I want to phrase that. Is it correct to play central midfielder on defense and Mazzala? Is it correct? I mean, correct is like a subjective term. I mean, you can do a central midfielder on defense and Mazzala. The only problem you have with that setup in a 3-4-1-2 is your Mazzala is going to move away from your DM, occasionally leaving pockets of space. So your DM better be very, very good, right? If your DM isn't very good, you might have issues. That's the first thing I want to say. So that is something that we want to be careful of. Corners, I would say it's correct. It can work, but you have to be careful. That's it. We want to do the attack corner routine. We're going to change it, right? So let's stick these two guys here. The friendly duo. Want to see whether this works, right? So we got this guy, and then we got this guy. This should work. Okay. All right. So we got Pollard. Oh, Pollard will be taking. So these two. We got these two, and then one guy coming in from here. These are basically just almost default ones. No, this guy. I want to try the short ones. Wait, hold on. Short. Okay, we're gonna just try short all the way now. You liking Route 1 442? Route 1 is damn nice. Route 1 is well, just hoof the ball out, right? Wait, if you want to play Route 1 really well, put target man and pressing forward on attack. Make them play together. They just do Route 1 all the way. Keeper distribution. All you do is you got NCDs at the back, all hoofing the ball up. And play a compressed block, right? So you have like a low line of engagement. Your defensive line doesn't have to be very high because you don't want them to be running up in support, right? So standard defensive line is just nice, right? And then hard tackling, tight marking. That's it. Put on your Vinnie Jones, man. Get your Vinnie Jones hat on. Get your Wimbledon hat on. It'll be fantastic fun. That's a kind of a cool way of playing. I actually like that when Chris. Yeah, I like the old Vinny, the old days when we had Vinnie Jones playing, and now he's a movie star. I still remember Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Is it Lock, Stock and Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels? Wasn't it that was the movie, right? Oh, the first time I saw the movie, I was like, and then he had one recent one as well. What is it? They have one where he doesn't talk the entire movie, then comes out and says all this like poetic stuff at the end. I can't remember the name of the movie. I know, I don't have a Dundee United jersey, man. Seriously, I was looking. I tried ordering, I can't get it. So yeah, I want to wear Dundee United. Of course, I want to wear Dundee United's Tangerine jersey. I tried to get my hands on it. I tried searching and everything. I just can't get it. So yeah. Wait. I distracted myself. There are things I'm supposed to do. Position. Yeah, I forgot all this. This will be fun because they're playing with this setup. Plus tactics. So we're gonna stick to our plan, which is play through the middle, right? Okay. A lot of teams are attacking us, and I'm playing like this. Okay, now go through the middle. Go in the middle. Focus play through the middle. You saw that attempt pass through the middle. Thank you. Here we go again. This is a focus play to the middle. You saw earlier when I went focus play wide. Look at the overloads that are happening. Right. There's something else I can do. I can go wider. Then we have all those players through the middle, right? Okay. And what I'm trying to do here is very sexy, like one touch football for the Tangerine Dream. I may not pull it off very well, but Hey, I want to try. I want to try this. I know the logic in my head says Enganche, go wide. Please go wide. But no, I'm intentionally playing this way because it shouldn't be working. It shouldn't be working this way. It should not. But if it works, then I'm like, we gotta fix this, man. Do you think we always have to have a midfielder defense? Nah. You don't have to. You can have a ball-winning midfielder support, a roaming playmaker, it can still work. I mean, we used to say that last time, have a defend duty, because it was a safe thing to tell people to do. Because it's the safe way to approach it, right? If you're new to the game, right? If you don't know about creating overloads and a lot of support options, yeah, it's always a safe thing to do. Right? But is it the best thing to do? Probably not, because you have other options in the game as well. Like, look at me, I'm playing a 3-4-1 to 3-4-3, right? Most people who play a 3-4-1-2 are going to say you have to have a defend duty because you have no other options. And then here I go with two attacking duties, and I'm playing neither one of those central midfielders on a defend duty. It's because I'm so aggressive in my setup. And my keeper's kicking is not very good. I need my keeper's kicking to be a bit better. If he was just a bit better, there's always going to be a counter. There's always going to be that attack that my keeper launches. See? If my keeper, that's why we have player or defense. So the keeper passes to these players and then they do the kick. You see what I mean? And once in a while, my keeper does get it right. You know, he hooks the perfect ball straight at Matt Smith, and Matt Smith just goes on and creates magic. Okay, now we're gonna try something different. Okay, all right, we're gonna go the logical way. Is this wide? Saya moderate, high tempo. Okay, done. Actually, I shouldn't. I'm telling you they're not running a defense now because I'm so wide. We'll see how it goes after a few minutes. So under pressure. What is the main purpose of the Gegenpress? To win the ball back. To make sure you don't need a playmaker. The Gegenpressing, the style actually emanated. Klopp explained it. He likes that kind of pressing because they don't need to have a playmaker in the side. They only depend on the opposition's mistakes. So the opposition under pressure loses the ball. You don't need a playmaker because you can counter attack straight away. So that is Gegenpressing. That's the main purpose of the tactic. Okay, now why you're like the space, right? Bloody hell. I don't want to play this way. This is straightforward. Okay. Tangerine Dream. Not reveling in the space that's offered to them. Shanklin is carrying a knock. We got about 29 minutes. I'm going to go to extended highlights now. In a 3-4-1, do you think using a deep line playmaker to stay wider can create overloads on one flank? You can use the focus play to create overloads. You can use an attacking playmaker to use overloads. But the deep line playmaker... Oh man, we just lost that. That was a great goal from Hibernian. Hibernian scored a brilliant goal. You see, you stupid monkey. Why did this? Okay. This way you didn't lose the ball, you stupid idiot. You know you want to lose. Now you got to do this, right? So now you got to try and get the point back. No passing this. Okay, let's not lose the ball. You got to try and win the ball back. Shanklin is 6.6 as well. Bernian is doing it, man. So if deep line playmaker, I wouldn't use a deep line playmaker and ask him to stay wider to create overload. I just use the focus play because he will move wide to help the overload on the left flank. But if you wanted to look for a role that's a playmaker, then you can also ask him to roam if you want. That might help him move a bit wider. Because you have to remember, stay wider also influences the defensive transition. because it's wider. So because he's out wide in a wider position when you have the ball, if you lose the ball, he's got more work to do to get back. Hibernian is all hips, man. Oh, whatever he said worked. So let's leave it at the ass. Let's give the ass man lots of rope to say that everything he needs to say. Shanklin is not too bad. Okay. We got 6.7 for Rob, so that's not good. Okay, so he is definitely gonna have to come off. I can put Logan Chalmers, is definitely more attacking. I can bring Liam Smith. Now, this means I gotta go to the bench. I don't know who's the left-footed player here. He's right, got decent left foot. He's right, decent left foot. And Logan Chalmers, left only. I'm gonna bring Logan on. So I think this is the guy that's needs to come off. Yep. Okay. I give him a team talk. No. Make a difference. Move from this up. First time I done it, right? Let's see this all these small little things work. Shanklin is not having a good game. But we're until the 50th minute before taking off Shanklin because okay, that his numbers just dropped. So okay, we're taking him off. That's McNulty. Okay. In a 3-4-2, what is the best combination of middle play on the counter? I guess then in that case, you're probably looking at like a playmaking role, and a ball-winning role, like a ball-winning midfielder and a playmaker playing together. Then you have this ball-winning midfielder is always the one protecting the playmaker, right? So and then he can play the ball back at him, and he can do a ball over the top. Uh-oh. Second goal. Hibernian is leading Dundee United. Enganche is locked into holder, but I can be told to go further forward. What does that mean? That means that Enganche will... Okay. If he goes further forward, his starting position is higher. So he doesn't start there, he starts a bit further up. I thought I changed this guy. Oh, that's it. We are running out of juice, man. We are running totally out of juice. They've done it. They've done... Hibernian have beaten me at home. Yeah. Eight minutes. There might be a chance. Yeah, there might be a chance. Don't know if we have enough in the tank to do this. It's our two midfielders not having a good game, affecting the whole team. Nah, it's okay. It's both my players. It's just the way I designed the tactic. It's supposed to play quite like it's just gonna go through the middle, so I don't have to. I don't want them to be on defense duty. Paula is just useless on his own. Yeah. One back. Okay, just enough time. Come on, boys. One more. We got time. Paula. Oh man, I thought that was it, right? We just played badly because these two guys failed to perform on the day. He got tired. And all three. These three are all supposed to work together. Clark had a bad game. All three had a bad game. First defeat of the season, man. I scored 1 goal. Wow, wasn't able to score. The reason why I didn't score, I didn't control that game is because these three guys are my link play. They didn't control play, so yeah, we didn't play well. I could have changed Pollard into a support duty, but it's gonna make my tactic too defensive. No, forget it. I want to attack. I'm using a lot of aggression in this tactic. Also because now is the time for me to try all this kind of stuff out. Not later when the patch is up. Now is the time for you to break the thing. You see whether there's any things that you can do that you're not supposed to be able to do later. We'll get serious when the patch is out, because they're gonna fix 3 striker systems in when the patch comes out. Because there's something wrong with the way teams are defending against it. Underlaps is just inside. Okay, overlap is you passing the ball to a guy who's running down the flanks, right? And underlap is the guy on the flanks holds up the ball looking for somebody inside running. That's all. It's not using the half spaces or anything of that. Underlaps don't do that. Underlap is just a difference in where you pass the ball. That's it. Okay. Let's see now. What have we got? Make 2 changes. Luke Bolton, Mark McNulty. Definitely making a change to Mark McNulty. 100%. He didn't. Okay. No, I want to play Mark McNulty because the other striker didn't have a good game, right? But I'm toying with the idea of playing Louis Aperi in that position, but how much of a difference? Louis Nelson comes in because my other defender is injured, I bet. I want to see how long I can go down. This is the first time I'm using this tactic with this team. So with good teams, it seems to be doing okay. But with weak teams, this tactic is doing well with good teams, right? It's with the weaker teams. I need to find out if it helps weaker teams outperform, then something is very, very wrong. I just want to do stuff. There we go again. Look at this. Look at how quickly we move the ball through the tiers. Connolly. It goes back to the keeper. Keeper's going to kick it to him. This guy has the option to play it long. That was a bad pass. Okay, I know what to do. Remove pass into space. Fix that straight away. Yeah, they score a goal. I knew it was going to happen, right? I knew this guy, but the moment that pass happened, I know the next time it happens again, I'm going to lose. Oh man, the keeper did badly. They're not underlapping runs, right? You're not looking at runs. They're looking for underlaps. It's like you're looking for players. Yes, you will see a lot of these. Okay, you're looking for an underlapping run. That means a run inside run from a player, correct? When you play narrow, because remember when you play narrow, most of the action is on the middle of the pitch, right? Because that's what the instruction says on the tin. It says that exactly on the tin. It tells you to. When you play narrow, right, your teams will focus their play in all the action in the middle of the pitch. There we go. This is what I was expecting to see my tactic, right? The wingers are on attack already. You see this position they take up? That's why it's on attack. This is the reason why my Segundo Volante is on attack duty. So that when I do this kind of a transition, the Enganche is the hook waiting for the player to come forward. And I choose a Register because the Register won't be so bad. But why is Powers the Register? Sheesh kebabs. Because Fuchs is injured. Oh my goodness. I'm so scared of Pollard being the register, but Powers being a register makes a bit more sense because the Volante is not a playmaker. The Volante is more like it's a cross between a playmaker, box-to-box midfielder. It's like everything rolled into one. Yeah, maybe I'll take a chance and shove him here. Okay. The playmaker is the register. The Volante is more like a box-to-box player. Oh, no. Yeah. I'm using the wingers to open up the spaces. And also because I'm using an Enganche, right? I want the Enganche to have options. Right, so he's got all these players running. He's got two guys coming from here. Then he's got two guys on the flank. So the Enganche has plenty of options to play. This Enganche gets very good ratings. When he has a good game, yeah, he gets good ratings. And he gets like, in one game, I set this up, right? My Enganche had 8 key passes in one game. I got a shock. I was like, what? 8 key passes in one game. He kept splitting the attacks up, right? He kept, not splitting, he kept switching the focus of play. Oh man, come on, boys. What's happening here? 6.7, 6.7, 6.6, 6.6. I'm thinking about the team talks, man. What do you think of West Ham? West Ham is a good team. Maybe, I think they should. I don't know. I always felt that West Ham was a team that's playing. Playing. How do I put this? There's more to come from West Ham. If Fuchs is, I need my butcher back. I can't last, man, with this setup, this team. No butcher. That was the biggest problem we had. That's the biggest issue that I have right now. I don't have butcher in the team. Yeah, there's West Ham, right? Since 1966. I guess that's true as well. West Ham hasn't delivered since 1966. That's kind of true. And how do you guys feel about West Ham having the London Stadium, man? I was so shocked, right, when they had London Stadium. It's like, what the hell? Where does West Ham get all the? I mean, they have to pay money, I guess. You're a West Ham fan, Mully. I have a friend, an old friend of mine, right? I used to laugh at him so much because he's a West Ham fan. He was a West Ham fan when we were in high school. Then we went to college, went to university, and back in the day, right, West Ham never won anything. Right? So he was always a West Ham. He's like, I'm a hammer. Like, okay, good. He's a hammer. By the time we graduated from university, right, he was going around, I'm United. What the hell? I was like, I've known you all my life. Okay. You're what? Now you're a Manchester United fan. Yeah, one of my Manchester United friends said we bought him over. We paid a transfer fee for him. I said, no wonder. I was laughing my head off. I say, well, you guys United supporters are desperate, I guess. Oh man, I still remembered my friend for many years. My problem for this system is my players are not good enough. That's all. Because I use this system with all the good sides, most of the good sides, right? I even used it with Barrow. Barrow did okay. They did well. It's because you need these two players to be able to tackle. This guy's bravery 9. Can't tackle to save his life. Right, acceleration 7. These two guys have to be good. If these two guys are not good, you're gonna struggle. So now I'm testing it out for the next game, because the next game is against Celtic, right? So I want to see how this starts. Like, you know, if I'm right, if beta is all about finding things out. You don't find things out in beta, then you're gonna experiment when the patch comes out. That's not my style. My style is to do all this nonsense now. When the patch comes out, I don't change my mind. What do you think of Moyes? I think David Moyes is probably the right manager for West Ham, because you don't have a team full of superstars, so maybe he has a chance to prove himself there. You see, look at this, right? Press conferences. Why are you still coming to me? Now I have to respond or decline. You should have everything there, man. Who would you put in Liverpool backline? Now today, Reece Williams and Nat Phillips. But apparently Liverpool is going for, they want to buy Deo Upamecano in the January transfer window. I think I honestly believe that he's the right manager for West Ham. I don't think that yeah. I honestly think that they're okay with him. And he had some decent results at the start of the season, right? Oh my god, I'm about to get completely destroyed with this team. We are about to get... Now I want to see how many goals I can see. Right? Because if I'm right, with this team I've got, I should lose by about 5 or 6 goals. Right? I should. But if I want to see about the attacking mentality, I want to see about what they do. See, I'm not even looking at the monitor. I know we're down a goal already. They conceded a goal from a corner, right? Yeah. Boom. I got 2 players who marking the zone didn't get up, so that's definitely his attributes are better. Especially Julian. There we go. Here we got jump unit 17, heading 17. Yep. Far post, we defend the area, so he got there. So that's good to know. Look at that. 2 players there. I'm right. These two are central to this system. So 1, 2, 3. All 3 players should play this system. They have to work hard. Like Enganche needs to have like drops deep to get the ball. You're second after 22 games. Whoa, not bad. I'm might be 5th or 6th, man. Oi, my goodness, the ball bounced off the post. Let's encourage the boys. Come on. Taking what shouts. Am I? I thought I was not going to do this. Oh, why are you so slow? Okay. No, not cleared. They're going down from that side of the pitch, and then when he hooves the ball out, there's a part of me that wants to change this guy into a target man as well. Bolton. Oh, he loses the ball. Oh, what am I doing? You know your boys can't do this. Why are you doing this for? You can't beat them with the dribble. Why are you trying? Corners count, man, Sloky. They count. They count. I love it when people say corners don't count. Corners count. Corners, throw-ins, they all count. Dundee is fun. Dundee United is a lot of fun. Let's see how this goes. Boom. Good idea, but execution, no pass into space, the guy didn't run. as well. He's managing Dundee as well. He's also managing Dundee. Or sometimes we do this thing on our Discord channel where we have one save, right? We'll pass it to each other. We have a month, in one game month basically to finish. For one entire game month, we have to be original with our tactics. We can't use any tactic that's been used before. What? Oh man, again, they almost did it. Just that I know what this team is missing. Team is just missing that one player. There's two players in the middle. That's it. You would ban set pieces now, man. You would, right? I'm happy. I'm happy as it is. Okay, Bolton is not having a good game. We got to change him because the right flank is just getting, overrun right now. So Logan Chalmers comes on. It's a bit of an attacking option. I might shoot myself in the foot doing this because that means that we are not defending at all anymore. Right? With those two roles. Another throw in, far post again. Thank you. I'm sending this save in. Definitely sending this save in. That's another one. Right? It's two throw-ins, right? That we've seen, where this guy steps up first. Two throw-ins. So it means that let's see the formation, right? Okay, let's see the formation that they're playing. This guy must be on attack duty, and this guy could be on an attack duty. Because right now, the beautiful thing about SI is that they don't give that information to us anymore. So everybody's equal now. You see this? They're all in the same positions, right? We used to be able to tell whether it was an attack duty or not a long time ago. Right? Now you don't have that information. So if you come out here, there's no way to find out. So they made it more interesting now. So now all I know is this might be an attack duty or this could be an attack duty. There's a reason why I considered that goal at the far post. Oh my god, that's all throw-ins. Oh my god, holy cow, they're all throw-ins, man. Each one of them. Look at that again. And the same players. It's the same position all the time. Oh man, my performance is good. It's just that I can't beat it when he's gonna score a corner, throw in. Oh man, poor Reynolds. Reynolds is having a bad day, man. He's like crying in his sleep. He's gone like, dear Lord. I thought I was having a decent game. But they can't score from open play, but they can score from all the set pieces. Dear Lord. That's 4 set pieces I've been nuked by today. But it's okay. I know this could have been the price I pay. Right. Yeah. I would have been okay if that hadn't happened. Run a defense, Gegenpress. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. If you play, okay, when do you choose run at defense, right? Why did I take mine off? I took mine off because my players aren't good enough to run at their defense. So that's 3 defeats in a row, man. So I'm right. Look at that. We had 2 wins and then we had 3 defeats straight up. That's bad. Do we still persist? Yes, we do. I want to see what this is like. And then if I lose, then maybe I will change the tactic before Rangers. With Terry Butcher out. But see, the other thing I was going to do is this. Okay. Low block. Counter attack. Okay. But I don't want to do that. I'm going back to this. My head says, why don't you use King's Board? It's meant for size like yours. But no. This is beta. Beta is when you have fun, okay? Alright? You enjoy it. You do all the things you're not supposed to do. Then you can't use that as an excuse when the real game comes out. You can't use that. Yeah, the XG was terrible. That XG was terrible. Yeah, but I know exactly why there is that happened. The throw in. Because A, remember what I did? Oh, I've said all along, my set piece routines haven't been set up. My throw in set pieces haven't been set up yet. Remember what I always say about throw in set pieces? This guy should have been here. This guy. Where's MR? This guy should be. Look at it. I got a bloody. Man, such is life, man. Such is life. Such is life. Why do you do that? You can go mark a top play for all I care. So I didn't set up my set pieces. You have to do the far post thing. There's another reason why I always recommend that when you do your set pieces, go and change your set pieces. Right? You have to. Mine all default. I haven't changed any of my set pieces. But I believe that you can circumvent most of those with set piece instructions. Is there a way? No, there's no way to find out. I mean, seriously, how? Praka, no. I never seen that in the game. I don't. That'd be kind of cool, man. Yeah, you see, even they want. Can you go lower line of engagement, please? Can you just go for lower line of engagement? Just play that for us. No, I'm not doing that. We have a thing for suicidal missions. Harakiri. We're jumping into the fray. We'll do the low block much later. Wait, I spent nothing but a win. Let's confuse our players. Okay, let's go, boys. Let's go on to key highlights. Okay, Fuchs, that was a quick out. We're playing a 4-4-2, right? Okay, we'll just leave it. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the opposition instructions. Okay, done. Do you think that is the thing about run a defense, right, Lucas, gegenpressing, is if you can use run a defense for gegenpressing, is suitable. Yeah, 100%, because you're always in the opponent's half, so you're playing with a high line. If you run at the opponent's defense, you are going to get situations where they will struggle, right, to handle those runs, and you might end up they might end up picking up yellow cards and getting themselves into trouble. We just missed a glorious chance to take the lead. 0.5 from our striker. Caramba! That's his name. XG over total shots at goal. I think it's XG, like that's one way, but it's XG. Right. You want to look at not your XG divided by your total shots. You actually just want to find out how many big XGs you got in a game. Right. Not your total XG. Because you can have like 10 shots and your XG is 1. Like, so each shot is 0.1. But I can have 5 shots and my XG is 1 as well. But my XG is better than yours because I have 5 good chances. You see what I mean? Yeah, you can have had 10 very bad chances, or you might get like 10 decent half-ass chances, like 0.1, 0.1, 0.10, which is not so good. Look at this. I had two very good chances compared to them. So if you look at the shot map, right, this is more valuable. What does this tell me? My finishing was horrendous. I should be 2 goals up, you know. This is a 0.6 XG, you know. It's almost as good as a penalty. Right, and I have another 0.6 here. Both these two chances, your striker should have buried them. Right, so what do? We go to... That is way, way more valuable information. Alright. So this guy has not been finishing his chances, right? So, well, Franklin can sit down. They put on another striker. Andre Papetti is free? Oh. Definitely worth looking at him then. Fuchs! Of all the people, the strikers are failing to score. So the guy whose name is Fuchs, he shows the finger to the whole team. He tells all the strikers, you take this because I'm doing it on my own because we are sick and tired of losing every single game. Fuchs! What a performer, man, Fuchs. I know what you guys are saying. Now he scored that one goal, so excited he's gonna concede too. Because that's how the engine plays, man. It plays you all the time. Robson. Oh man, come on, Robson. That was such a stupid pass. Yeah, this shout. Focus. Again. Yeah, what am I... Now, I think what we're doing is this. Pass into space. Okay, we gotta remove that shout. And then one of my players just suddenly lost his legs, is it? No. So, we were told to play with a low line of engagement in this game. You remember the Aspen saying... Aspen was basically, sir, please, when you go into this game, can you not attack? Just defend. Let's put all our players in our half. And please, we can't take 4 defeats in a row. We cannot do 4 defeats in a row, sir. We cannot do 4 defeats in a row. And then we come out here and we play this tactic. Okay, look at our players. What's wrong with them? Apparently focus didn't work, so I better shut up now and let the Aspen do all the talking, because normally I don't. I'm confused about my players now. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna demand more from them. Robson for Spall, go for it. I don't know who Spall is, but tell Lewis to man mark. That's not a bad option. Oh God, this game. Why are you giving us so many bonuses in the game? It almost feels like I say the game is trying to give you a hand and goes like, okay, listen, he's losing. Let's code this into the game. He's 2-0 down. He's at 3 defeats. We need SI developer. No, this is what he's doing. The SI developer in the office is going, all right, people are gonna claim it's a bug. Okay, let's come in here now. Okay, if they lose 3 games, we'll send them a hint. Okay, substitute the player. Put this guy on, he'll come on and he'll score a goal. Program, enter, let's go. That's what SI have done. Feels like it, right? Because the only reason why Spall was playing in the game was because the Asman said, I think it's a good idea to bring him on. So I went, okay, can't hurt. Let's bring Spall on. Focus now. Yeah. My strikers are just terrible at burying their chances. Dundee United, can you believe this? Their advice was to go in with a low line of engagement. We didn't, because I know what our system is capable of doing. This. When these guys have a good game, right? he has a decent game. These guys can have a good game. They'll rock. Right, but we missed so many great chances. These are all striker chances. This was Fuchs. This is a low XG. Look at this, right? This is a low XG. It's only 25. Like 0.25, right? This is a terrible XG. I mean, I won't say terrible. It's a decent. It's a good chance. But this is small. But the big ones, the canny and the gaping ones, no, we couldn't score. Now this is a good line. Let's not rock the boat, right? Kilmarnock, we finally snap our 3-game losing streak by beating Kilmarnock. That's good. What were Prime Rashidi Yekini's best attributes? I don't remember, man. FM football. I'm trying to get the jersey. Can't seem to get it as well. My Dundee United jersey and my Nigerian jersey haven't made their way here yet. Time to promote some under 23 strikers. Oh. We don't have under 23 strikers worth promoting. Here you go. Declan Glass. I was thinking of this guy, Finn Malcolm, right? He's 16 years old. I mean, push comes to shove. Maybe we can. We are really desperate for strikers right now. We got Darren Watson, right? But between them, I'll rather play him. But it's a bit much if I give him a chance to be a striker. Kai Fotheringham, 17 years old, on loan. Still hasn't a chance to play. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we're gonna move into the senior squad. Into the senior squad, that's it. Alright. I'm not in charge of loans. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to these guys. He's on loan. Put him on loan. Okay. I think I removed him because I didn't want him to be gone. Oh, because it's 17 years old. I wanted to wait until they're 18. Normally I loan them when they're 18 years old, not when they're 17. By this age, yeah, if a club comes to him, maybe, why not? This guy can have a loan. Let's be serious, right? I'm not, yeah, if I should be playing them or loaning them out. I shouldn't keep them in the club. Yeah. Why you cannot manage under like Manchester United? You can manage reserve teams. Who says you can't manage the B team? I manage the Barcelona team. This is the team. Yeah. You can manage Barcelona's B team. If you can manage Barcelona B team, I don't see why you can't manage United's under 23 team. I have one save, right? I showed you guys, right? The Barcelona B team. I was managing Barcelona's B team. It can be done. Let's pick that club. I'm not sure if United's under 23 is possible, but I know Barcelona's B squad is definitely possible. We can do the whole part. Another one bites the dust. Dung 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 dung. Dan. Another one bites the dust. Wow, this is so sad, man. I just lost a few of them. Yeah, I think loaning them out is a good idea. I forgot to loan them out, yeah. I should be loaning them out. If you're not playing them, I should loan them out. At least now I put them in the main squad. Hopefully they have time. Now you're playing Rangers away. Oh my goodness. Okay, Rangers, the plan was to go to this. Robson, Powers, Fuchs, Chalmers, Pearl, Franklin, and Matt Smith. There's a voice in my head that says, why are you this too defensive? Trust me. Rangers are gonna have a lot of fun with me. What's this? Nathan Cooney, right? I'm not using him, so I might as well accept all offers. Wait, hold on. Who's the most expensive offer? This guy. Okay, let's negotiate with this team. 100%. 100%. You don't have to give me playing monthly fee. I'll just give you nothing. Just cover his wages. Yeah. No, I don't need you to cover his wages. Okay. Suggest terms. Next one. 140. Accept. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know I cannot negotiations. Sterling and loan offer for Darren Watson until the next transfer window. Alright, it'll be fine. Just looking at the Barcelona squad, Frankie de Jong is the best playmaker. Yeah, man, Frankie de Jong is obscene. Frankie de Jong is absolutely obscene. Let's take a look at him, right? Okay, let's see how it does out in my game. I don't know if I can see Frankie de Jong in this. It's happened again, man. I can't look for players. If I look for players, my stupid keyboard gives me all kinds of problems. You saw that? My escape key keeps doing it again. Quick game again. I keep having to do this. I don't know why, but I keep having to do this. Because lately, this has been happening to me quite a fair bit. Like, the escape key just, the keyboard, I can't use the, I just can't use, I can't type anything inside there anymore. Yeah. I've been trying to do that and do that and do that. I mean, the good thing is it runs very fast. That's about the only thing. And I'm trying to figure out whether it's the... I might have to change the USB ports later. Find out it's the USB ports. If it is, then that could be it. Well, it gives us a chance to take a look at some of the questions you guys are asking. Let's see now. Anyway, don't forget, guys. You guys can definitely check out the playlist that I've uploaded on Dropbox, right? So let's see the Dropbox folder. Okay. Yep. If anybody knows why my keyboard is doing that, I'll be glad to. I'll be very, very grateful. Okay. All right. Let's go and look at this. All right. Here we are. Say. Oh no. There we go. I've been trying a B team save. Yeah. But if there are bugs, you should raise them, and Matthew. So guys, once again, I've added all these into the folder for you guys. Right? Player shortlist. The Wonder Kids, utility players, creators can download these and then just put them into your respective folders. If some of these don't work, that's because you need the Steam Workshop when the game goes up on November 25th for you to be able to use them. So they all got the schedules as well. There's also the handbook. I mean, this is first for the beta, right? Once the beta is over, I'm probably gonna create some more tactics and then probably create another book after that. But most of the tactics should be fine. Minor tweaks maybe for some of the roles. That's about it. This is my view for the coaches. I wasn't able to show you, but like if you go into the game, you see like styles a coach has, playing style, for preferred formation, mentality. So these are the other views. And then tactics. Yeah, we got a few beta tactics in here. We got Kingspawn, Cheeky, Molten, Darkside, Storming, Hail Mary, Gunslinger, Galileo, and Bagan. My favorite, of course, is basically Kingspawn, Storming. I like these two tactics. Hail Mary is not bad, but this is gonna get nerfed 100%. This tactic is definitely gonna get nerfed next week. Gunslinger can work for a lot of teams, right? Galileo is a lot of fun, still works. Bagan is also a lot of fun and it still works. So it's a long night and we're good, man. Matthew, you raised that. That's fantastic, man. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit tired right now, so I want to thank everybody for popping into this stream. We're going on 3 hours since the stream started, so I hope that you found those lists of those players useful and you've enjoyed the list. I will definitely be looking out for more of this in the next couple of days. You guys, once again, thank you to all the patrons to keep the channel going. The guys on Discord for the lively conversations and the crazy challenges and all the tactics. Craig, man, is there a way to change the DM moving to the? I'm gonna just answer a few questions on Discord. Okay. Right. Okay. So I don't know why, but it's not even showing the right one. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's not showing the right Discord. Why is it not showing the right Discord? Even this is going weird right now. I don't know what's going on with this game, man. This today everything seems to be funky, man. Everything seems to be funky. Yeah, I can show it from here. Okay, 100% can show it from this screen. Okay, stream top. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. All right. Is there a way to change the DM moving to the AM slot without having to manually move the players around? Example, Zaka. Okay, DM moving the DM move the AM slot. So you want to move him here in a transition. Still don't understand. Wow, I'm completely lost, man. I don't know. Is there a change to way to move the DM from the AM slot without to manually move around the players? Move this DM to this slot. Okay, you're gonna drag him to this slot. Then just have to drag the DM here. But if you're talking about your tactic, right? Like sometimes we do like if you're talking about like draft mode or something like that, where you just want to flip it with the tactic, then no, you have to save it. Then you'll move, but you won't move automatically. The DM won't automatically move into that slot. No. You have to create the tactic and save him in that slot, then it'll work that way. Wingback. Weren't you getting ripped down this side? This is the left flank, right? So this is the flank you're getting ripped on. See? You're playing a wingback on support here. In front of AP and inside forward. This, and you've got an overlap on the left flank. So, okay. While this is not a bad idea, probably the reason why and it's got a higher defensive line as well. So this guy's going to support a lot of your transitions. Okay. So the reason why you are having this situation here, where your wingback is all the way up here, you got to check other things as well. Like, does your wingback here in this position, does he have to get further forward? Get forward whenever possible, get further forward. These are all traits that can influence him. Plus, check his mentals as well. The only reason why you move up there is because you have an overlap left. Remove the overlap left, or if you want this player to give support to this role, what you do is you get this player to be playing as a fullback. Yeah. Oh man. Alrighty. No, it's for basically it's a closed Discord. Like for a lot of patrons who join the channel or people who support the channel, they join the channel, and then we do lots of things like replications. There was a time when I was thinking of opening it up, but a lot of the existing patrons wanted to remain wanted to remain gated, so that because they found that the discussions there are very helpful and nobody judges anybody there, right? So yeah. So if you are a Patreon, which is, there's information on becoming a patron on the top of the channel. I'm not asking you guys to become patrons. I still help you guys here as well. So it doesn't, like, you don't have to be on Discord just to get my help. I will stream and help you guys out as well. So it's really simple. And yeah, it's not meant to be. I wasn't trying to promote Patreon. I just remembered somebody had a question and I saw on Discord and I need to answer that question before I left. So I want to thank everybody for popping in. Yeah, I think you understand, right, Mr. K, what's happening. I mean, like, sometimes, yeah, they just want to maintain that sense of community that has been built over 5 years. It's taken a long time to build up this community, and we've got lots of people helping each other out. Yeah. Okay, so I want to thank everybody for popping out to this stream. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. You guys are phenomenal. I thoroughly enjoyed the stream. I hope that you guys found those player lists helpful, because I did it for you guys. I thought of doing it for a while. I will have a tips video coming up very soon. I just did a focus play with overlaps, right? Focus play and how you can set up overloads. That video came out. I hope that you found that useful as well. So you guys take care. Have a good one. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.